The Knicks are on fraud alert. The New York Knicks might just be on fraud alert. Now, here's the thing about it, New York Knicks fans. Before you guys come in here, kick down the door, smoking your cigarettes with your big-ass Timbs, calling us all type of names, just relax because we're just trying to get down to the bottom of some things. We don't know if you're frauds, but one thing we do know is by the end of this episode, we'll get down to the bottom of things. I got Mars, Damian, Chill, Gifted in the house. We're not just going to talk about the Knicks. We'll also talk about the Cavs who put belt to the Knicks' ass last night. We'll talk about all of this. However, New York Knicks fans, NBA fans, basketball fans, we can only go based on what we've seen. And last night, the Knicks got smacked up and down the court by the Cleveland Cavaliers. They lost by a score of 109-94. But also, we have other evidence, too, as to why the New York Knicks might just be frauds. Now, fellas, I sent this in a group chat to you guys. The top teams in the NBA, top 5 teams in the NBA record-wise, this is how they stack up against each other. New York Knicks fans, just follow me. The Spurs versus the top 5 teams are 7-1. The Pistons versus top 5 teams are 6-2. The Celtics versus top 5 teams are 2-6. The Thunder versus top 5 teams, 1-4. We might have to talk about those guys too. But today we're talking about the Knicks, who versus top 5 teams are 2-5. Fellas, based on last night, based on the Knicks being 2-5 versus top 5 teams, and that's not including the Cavaliers, how are we feeling about this New York Knicks team?
Well, didn't we have last season when they 0-8 against the top 3 teams in the league, and they ended up in the East Finals, something like that? They were 0-8, something like that. I mean, this Knicks team. I mean, it's a long season. We go hot and cold. We're still not sure about what Cat's role is in the offense. I mean, one minute he looks great as a pick and pop big, and then the next we don't have him involved in the offense at all. And then we have him involved in the offense sparingly. Bridges actually gets into the offense, but he's in a limited role, and that's all they expect him to do. OG Anunoby, if he could consistently knock down shots, I think that their offense would be better because I think he gets a lot of good shots in their offense. I thought the Cavs did a good job last night in defending against them. But more importantly, you know, to your point, Ron, I mean, Dame tried to sell me some Knicks stock yesterday. He thought he could get me. He did. He thought he could get me. He's basically dumping the stock, and you know he thought he could get me. I'm not interested in that Knicks stock right now at all. I'm gonna pass. But thank you very much, Dame. I appreciate you thinking about me, brother. But I'm good. I'm gonna pass on that Knicks stock.
Yeah, I'm trying to get off it. I obviously had the Knicks coming out the East. But as we say on the show a lot, new information, new rationale, new sort of outlook on things, and post All-Star especially against the good teams, they just haven't looked good. Sometimes the performances against the good teams tell you everything you need to know. And Detroit looked like they were levels above them the other night. Cleveland last night was actually pretty easy work for them as well. So I worry about the Knicks now, which is I'm trying to sell, chill all my stock, but it's when you watch them, it's very hard to believe that they still have a top 5 rated offense and defense, which is one of these things where you really have to watch them against the elite teams to see sort of what they run, how they run it, how often is Cat featured. Is Mikal still the same player he was on the defensive end, especially? I have all these questions about New York. Is Jordan Clarkson now exclusively out of the rotation? Like, there's all these different things going on in New York. So it makes me wonder, but I'm definitely haven't been as low as I am right now on the Knicks, man. They just haven't looked good against the good teams.
Gifted, I can appreciate the Knicks losing to Detroit. I can, because, when you're playing against some of the better teams in the league, like, they're going to be dogfights. What I don't appreciate is ass whoopings on a regular. That's my issue. Getting stomped. And Detroit has stomped them every time that they've played them. Every time that they've seen them, they've kicked their ass. And that is concerning to me. I know that the regular season can be a bit tricky. We saw a couple of years ago, Minnesota, how many times they beat Phoenix in the regular season, and they ended up sweeping them in the playoffs, right? We saw last year with the Knicks. I mean, they were 0-8 against the top 3 seeds. They hadn't beat Boston one time last year in the regular season, and they ended up beating them in the playoffs. But I watch when they play against Detroit, for example, and how just Detroit just dominates them. And the stuff that they do, I'm thinking to myself, that stuff looks like it could translate to the playoffs, and that concerns me.
Yeah, man, it's been a odd season, and I first want to say happy 2026. Hope everyone is in good health and good spirits. Excited to be talking some hoops with you guys today. Chill, I'm with you, right? So the problem I have with the Knicks is I don't look at matchups in the regular season and say, okay, that's who you'll for sure be in the playoffs. But schematically, if your two best players are defensive liabilities, that's going to be a problem to try to make up for. And there's other teams that just have more depth than them in the Eastern Conference. I think that's the real issue. Losing in that way isn't fun, obviously, but we've seen teams dominate a team the entire regular season, and then in the playoffs, they don't win a game, right? So I'm not going to let that fully sway my opinion, but I'm just not a fan of their two best players being liabilities on that end.
I just think that when you are that much of a liability, and Mars and I have had this conversation in the past, when you're that much of a liability offensively, defensively, like we're going to need like all-time great performances from you offensively in the playoffs in order for us to win. Can Cat do that as the playoffs go on? Like we've seen Jalen Brunson get busy in the playoffs. Like we've seen Jalen Brunson give you great performances when he was against Philadelphia, even when they were banged up against Indiana. We've seen him give all-time great performances last year against Detroit. He was fantastic. The question is if you're talking about winning the NBA championship, if you're talking about going deep into the playoffs, with these two guys being that much of a liability, can we see the both of them as a collection give us Joker Jamal Murray performances in the postseason? Yes, Mars, because that's what it's going to take in order for them to win it. That's what it's going to take because they are that bad defensively.
Then they're not going to win.
Then they're not going to win it.
It's too much.
That's a lot, man.
Hey, Chilla, you brought up Cat. One of my major concerns with the New York Knicks is they just don't feature him enough. Now, I don't know if this is a Cat thing. I don't know if this is Cat being passive, or I don't know if this is a Knicks thing. I don't know if it's a Mike Brown thing. I don't know if it's it just has to go through Jalen Brunson. I don't know if they just don't respect Cat. I don't know what it is, but for Cat to play 29 minutes last night and only shoot 5 shots, and you know what's even more funny than him just shooting 5 shots?
What's that, Ron?
He went 5 for 5.
Didn't miss a shot last night, by the way. He didn't miss one shot. No, he didn't.
Is that not alarming? Am I tripping?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Ron, efficiency merchants will tell you that that's a great thing, But my thing is if you go 5 for 5, then you got to, you know what I'm saying? You already know how I feel. Shoot 10, you got to shoot 10. You got to shoot 11. You got to shoot 12. You got to if you're 5 for 5, you got to shoot it till you break it. So it's insane. That's insanity.
But Ox, when we have trips where, and this happened last night, and this has been a reoccurring theme with the New York Knicks. Ox, we have trips where he doesn't touch it in 3 or 4 trips. Forget getting shots. He doesn't touch the ball 3 trips. And I think that Cleveland did a good job defensively. I thought their rotations were really good last night. One of their biggest beneficiaries is been Jared Allen since James Harden has gotten there. With that being said, though, Ox, when my big man is not touching the ball, I ain't even talking about shooting, Ox. I'm talking about my big man ain't touching the ball 2, 3 trips. It's hard to stay in rhythm, and it's hard to stay engaged in the game, especially when I'm that type of offensive player. It's hard to stay in rhythm and stay engaged in the game.
On the offensive end of the floor?
Yes, especially when I'm that type of offensive player. And I feel like with him, which, Ron brought this up, and I got a question for the panel. I feel like with Cat, he's that kind of player where you could lose him. And I know how you feel about that, Ox. Guys crying, and I know how you feel about that. But it's a real thing. You could lose a player who, when I'm not involved in the offense as much as I should be or as much as I could be, and that can definitely be a detriment to your unit. But I got a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, well, I do want to hear your question. I just want to kind of respond to that.
Sure.
It's just for my thing. It's not even so much about losing you. Like, we can't lose you, in the grand scheme of a basketball game, because you haven't touched the ball in a while or shot the ball in a while. But that's why I feel like the offensive schemes have to be more interactive. You know what I mean? It has to be more, instead of, less watching Jalen Brunson or whoever, and more getting everybody involved. And that, because my thing, Chill, and we've talked about this before, it's the off ball movement, the screen setting, the getting the ball and moving the ball, and also just being engaged on the defensive end. That should be able to keep you in rhythm to where next time you catch the ball open, you're ready to shoot the basketball. You know what I mean? But regardless of all of that, Chill, 5 shots is a problem, and it's not only a Mike Brown problem, like Ron said. It's not only a Knickerbocker problem. It's a Karl Anthony Towns problem as well. You know what I'm saying? If you consider yourself the best big man shooter of all time, if you consider yourself one of the better scorers in the NBA, you have to address that early and often. You have to let them. I need to be shooting 5 shots a quarter.
And that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And you need to make sure that everybody in that Knickerbocker uniform understands that. Give me the basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Especially Jalen Brown.
But you just said
Jalen Brunson. My bad. Especially Jalen Brunson. And here's the thing, Chill. Like, there's no way that Mikal Bridges should shoot 17 shots and Cat shoots 5.
Especially when
no
he got
way
going
Josh
like
Hart
that,
should
Ron.
shoot 11. Cat shoots 5.
Especially when he got
no
going
way
like
Cat
that.
should be shooting the same amount of shots as Landry Shamet, Jose Alvarado, and Mohamed Diawara.
If those were good shots, though,
7 minutes, shot the same amount of shots as. It don't make sense.
Well,
like, you know how Detroit starts the game.
It doesn't make sense though. It doesn't make sense when other bigs around the league who are significantly less talented and skilled than Cat are getting featured more. Like Jarrett Allen, I told you guys the other day this. Like Jarrett Allen, watching Harden feed that man the ball when he's very limited offensively, and then you watch the Knicks and for quarters on end, Cat's not involved at all, is unacceptable, man. Cat is averaging only just under 14 shots a game on the season. And the problem is he's not playing next to a point guard who's going to get him easy looks. So it's on Mike Brown to try and get him some of this stuff or some of this action, because your point guard's not actively looking to always give you the basketball. And that's what makes it difficult. And Chill, to your point, he's got some of that DeAndre Ayton in him. Whereas if he's not featured in the offense, he almost just accepts it. And he'll stand in the corner for 5, 6, 7 possessions in a row, and you forget he's on the court when he's a guy that should be getting touches in the post, getting open shots, being in the pick and roll, being a decision maker, maybe in the role when they blitz the point guard. Like, there's so many different ways you can use Cat because he's so skilled, but they refuse to do that. I think it's on Brunson too, man. You got to get your big man the ball sometimes. Like, I love Brunson, but like, to me, there's only so much standing around watching I can do if I've got a skilled big man like that next to me.
He just said, I just want to make sure I heard Damian correctly. Damian, you said 14 shots a game. Ox, that's 3 shots a quarter. Get the big man involved in the game. Why is he not involved in the game? What are we doing? And back to your point when you talked about the offense moving. Okay, as the big guy, that means I'm involved in the offense, which leads me to my next question to you guys. Is Cat not who Mike Brown wants?
Is Cat not who Mike Brown wants in terms of like wanting another place out type of big? You mean?
Yes. Is he what is
numbskull?
When you look at Mike Brown
before the season, Cat said he didn't know. Cat said he didn't know how he fits in Mike Brown's offense. So
he did say that.
Maybe there is something there. Maybe there is something there, Chill.
Because it seems to me where Cat didn't struggle offensively last year. We were sitting up here in January, a year and a month ago. We were sitting up here having a conversation about Cat being first team All Pro. That was a real conversation. Like, we were having a conversation. Ox was ready to jump through this screen when we was talking about Wemby being better than him. We were having that conversation. That was going on.
Now we're at how far we've come.
Now exactly. That's crazy. That's crazy, Ron. Now we at a point where he doesn't touch the ball in the offense, where the offense has changed so much because Cat offensively is that kind of player in terms of a bucket getter. So now we move forward. Like, why wouldn't you utilize that type of offense? I think because when I look at Cat and I'm thinking about Mike Brown in terms of how he's diagramming his system, I don't think Cat is conducive to what he wants. Like, when I think about Sabonis, I think that Mike Brown is looking for something more of that archetype, a big that I can be more of a hub. And he wants Cat to be that, a guy where the ball is moving and I can run some offense through him as a hub, as opposed to Cat being the guy, as opposed to the offense running through him.
I'm watching some of the film back from yesterday's game, and at the 11:33 mark, there's a possession where OG has the ball and there's like 4 Cavs in the paint. He kicks it out to Josh Hart. Hart has Cat wide open, and he kicks it to Jose Alvarado. He shoots it and misses. And then the very next possession, ironically, they try to throw Cat the ball in the post, and the pass isn't a great one, and they turn the ball over. Like, part of it, I think, is just the personnel as a whole trying to find Cat more, even beyond Brunson. And you could say a part of that is like that's not like a key initiative of their offense right now. It's tough. I don't know.
I just look at this Knicks team and what this season in particular, what is their identity? Because when we talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder, we talk about San Antonio, right? And we're talking about the Boston Celtics, right? The better teams in the league, they all have identities. What exactly is the Knicks' identity? Like, when you look at them, what are they hanging their hard hat on?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that it's anything in particular.
It's supposed to be that hard hat.
It's
supposed to be that hard hat, but Detroit start bullying them, and then it just turns to they look soft, man, against Detroit and things. Like, it's just they've lost some of that. That's to my point earlier. Like, I don't know if it's like player regression stuff or if they've just lost some of that, just dog. But they don't look like the same team against some of these elite teams, man. They're getting blown out. Chill. It's not like they're losing by 1 possession, 2 possessions. These games are over like at the start of the fourth.
Last night. They got smoked last night. Yes, they did. And Ron, to your point, when you're talking about a big man, the confidence that a big man exudes when you involve him in the game, like, I can't speak about it enough. So a guy like Jalen Brunson, when we go 2-3 trips and Jalen Brunson, instead of us running the offense, says, "You out, big fella on the box. You stay right there. Don't move. You stay right there. Big man, I'm coming to you." The next trip, we do the same thing. "Big fella, right here. You out. You stay right there. Don't move. And I'm going to you." Now, I know as a big guy that he's coming to me, right? Now, my big guy knows that I'm coming to him. Now, what that does is that, one, involves me in the offense, which involves me in the game, which now implores me to be more aggressive as a rebounder, be more aggressive as a screen setter. But when I'm just out here and I'm not really sure what exactly it is that I'm doing, the other stuff I'm not as confident about. And if you guys know anything about basketball, which you guys do, you know upstairs confidence is everything.
Everything's a sport. Yeah,
it's everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if I feel good about how I'm playing, there's not much that I can't do. And I feel like Brunson, to your point, Dame, if he can take more control of the offense as a lead guard and get Cat more involved in the game, I think we could see a different style of basketball with this New York Knicks team.
Well, chill. The thing with that, what you're saying is, big fella, get here. You know, that's too much back to the basket, get on the block. You know what I'm saying? That's too much prehistoric basketball right there. You know what I mean? We can't play ball like that no more. But my thing still with Cat is I think that's gonna be an issue. You know, I still believe the Knicks do have action. Like, I don't want to say in February that this team can't, you know, get it together come mid to late April. But at the same time, to like the mindset of a big fella like Cat to not want to be a dominant force, you know, particularly in this game, that's an issue. Chill, 14 shots a game. I need Cat shooting 17, 18, 19. You know what I'm saying? Cat got to get him up. And this kind of goes back to the Becky Hammond thing. It can't be your 6-foot point guard that we're relying on to save us and relying on us to get all the shots up, relying on us to get all the clutch baskets. You know what I mean? It can't be that way. You got a 6'11" guy in Cat who is super skilled. We know how good he is on offense. He's self-proclaimed the best shooting big we've ever seen, and for a reason. He's a heck of a basketball player. So for him to be passive, you just can't be passive. You gotta bring it to him. And I need Cat to really step up in order for this Knicks team to make some noise in the playoffs.
Yo, before I ask everybody, in real talk, I know you are pretty much the highest on the Knicks. I'm gonna start with you, but before I ask everybody, are the Knicks, or do you actually believe the Knicks are frauds? Chill, you had a question that you wanted to ask us.
I had already asked. Is Mike Brown? Does he not look at Cat like he's not what I'm looking for? Does he want something else as opposed to having Cat in terms of a big?
Okay. Does anybody else want to speak on that?
He probably wish he had Jalen Duren.
I just think that I think he's looking for. I think Mike Brown is looking for more of a passing big, and that's not who Cat is. Cat is a scoring big. Cat is the guy that you run the offense through to get buckets. Like, you don't run the offense through him as a hub where we're operating off him. No, you going to him for buckets, and I don't think that that's what Mike Brown is looking for when it comes to Cat.
That's ridiculous. I'm so tired of this shit. Why do you want to pass him big?
Yeah, that's where we live today, Ox. Because Joker is alive. That's why. Because Sabonis is alive.
Oh,
that's
okay.
why.
Sabonis fan.
I don't mind. See, this is what I was talking about yesterday. I say something about defense that you don't got shit. Just like I said yesterday, I say I like defense, and then I could choose a player that's better on offense. I thought you were a defense guy. Sabonis is dope. Sengun is solid. Jokic is crazy good. But I don't give a damn about no big man passing the basketball. You're 7 feet tall. I'm giving you the ball to score that shit. Now, if you get doubled or in a situation where you find a cutter or something, you know what I'm saying? Cool. You should be able to pass the ball. No big deal. But you don't need to be getting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 assists. Man, go dunk the basketball. All this soft ass shit. I'm tired of this. I'm sick and tired of this shit.
No, I get it. But remember where we live, though, Ox. We live in a copycat league, and Joker is now the mark, right? It's more team oriented. It's more.
He's not Joker. Chill.
He's not. No, he isn't. But that's what people think, because they won the NBA championship with that. The Boston Celtics won the NBA championship with ball movement and, guys being able to move the basketball. Not just them, right? Last year we saw what happened with Oklahoma City. Like, the idea that if you got a big that we could run the offense through and we can move the ball and we can run action off of, that looks like that's conducive to winning. When in reality, what's won is putting the ball in the basket. And who puts the ball in the basket? The big.
I mean, more modern ideology though is like you're playing. Hopefully, especially if you have a big that can shoot, but like some 5-out spacing, and so your big being on the perimeter will kind of require, especially if you're using him in like dribble handoff situations and stuff like that. It's going to have to be able to pass a little bit. It's kind of the idea, you know what I'm saying? But
that's a dumbass idea.
I may agree. But
real talk, like I said, having the ability to pass the ball, I think everybody's had the ability. I don't. That's my thing is this. I don't think it's a big deal So I'm just hear me out because I'm not contradicting myself. What I'm saying is I think everybody should have the ability to move the ball. I think I don't look at it as a big deal when a 6'11", 6'10" guy can make a pass. Oh my God, you can make that pass at 6'10". Like, yeah, it's basketball. Right. Pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a big deal. But I also feel like if you're a physically imposing specimen, you should be able to, impose your will and get to the basket, and you don't have to pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I getting the ball standing up like this? Oh, there you go, pass it. Man, go score the ball.
Ox, what that shit sound to me like is sitting at the dinner table. Everybody can eat, but don't nobody eat before me. Nobody. Don't nobody touch none of this food before me. Daddy get the big piece of chicken. That's it. And don't get me wrong, you guys are gonna eat, but don't nobody eat before I eat. And I feel like if they featured Cat more in the offense in the spaces where he's the most effective. Don't get me wrong, Miles, when I say that when Brunson is telling Cat to get here, that's not necessarily just on the box. Cat may want the basketball. Cat may want the basketball at the elbow, and Brunson knows that. Cat may have a mismatch with a smaller guy, and he gets him on the left block where he's good. Cat may have a mismatch with a big guy on the left block. Cat may have a mismatch at the high post, and these are the spaces that you, as your lead guard, you know your big man is the most effective. Whatever we running, we've seen players all the time deviate from offense. We ain't running that shit. You get your ass right there, and that's where I'm going to. So, I mean, I think that they would be more effective if that was to happen with their point guard.
Chill. I'm not going to overreact to one game. Like, they lost to the Cavs.
Real talk, they got blown out yesterday by Cleveland. They got blown out by Detroit.
I get it.
It's a couple games.
I get it. But at the end of the day, the Cavs have been playing some good basketball as of late. I think they won like 9 of their last 11 games or whatnot.
12, 13,
had to bounce back after losing to OKC. They were at home. We've seen like these lulls from New York before this season. You know what I'm saying? After the in-season tournament, they kind of went on a bad stretch there. But we've also seen the highs. We've seen when everyone was clicking on this team and they look like one of the best teams in the league. So I don't know. I'm just waiting for the playoffs with the Knicks at this point. I'm not going to be judging them off the rest of these regular season games. It's quite frankly kind of an unserious regular season team. That's what they've shown this year. To me, there are a lot of parallels between the Knicks and Minnesota. I've been saying this for a minute. Very talented rosters, very head-scratching moments when you watch them play. But that doesn't take away from their talent, and that doesn't take away from what these teams have been able to accomplish in the playoffs. Like we've seen them. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that keeps keeping me around. It's like I've seen what Jalen Brunson does in the playoffs. I've seen what Anthony Edwards does in the playoffs. I've seen what Minnesota and the Knicks do. So, yeah, they can have these, whoa, you're losing by 30 games in the regular season, but I'm going to have to see it come playoff time with the rest of these teams, because just as many questions I have of the Knicks, I have of Cleveland, and I have of Detroit. So that's really what it is for me.
So real talk, that leads me to the next question that I need to ask everybody up here. In your book, in your humble opinion or cocky opinion, in what you know about basketball, are the New York Knicks as of today frauds? Would you label them frauds? Mars?
No.
Damien?
No, I'm not gonna. I know I'm trying to sell Chill some stock, but I'm not there yet.
I'm not buying it neither. Thank you very much, but I'm good. Thank you
Frauds
very much.
is too far.
Gifted?
No, they're not frauds. They're flawed.
Real talk?
What do you mean by the question? Frauds as far as what?
Can they win it? Can this team win the NBA championship? Are we going to see them in June?
Why are you a fraud if you can't make the finals, though?
Yeah, they can get there.
The reason why is because this is where we are. Let's be clear about this. Let's be clear about this, Gifted. Before the season started, there were people who looked at the New York Knicks as they weren't a playoff team. They were a championship contender, right? This is a team that some people have, for lack of a better term, gifted a trip to the NBA championship. So
that's true.
Are they good enough to get there? Winning it, I think that's something different. But are they good enough to get there?
Yeah, they can definitely get to the championship. The East is wide open. Like, we've been having this conversation. I thought the Knicks had like a lock on it. I would still maybe have them as my slight favorite, but that East is wide open. Like,
it is wide open.
Now,
I
wait
can
a minute.
see now,
real talk,
maybe 4 different teams coming out the East.
When people hear that, though, when people hear that, and Ron, I'm going to jump through this screen on you. I swear to God. When people hear the East is wide open, the East being wide open means it's whack. No, it's not. There's some good teams in the Eastern Conference. There's some damn good teams in the Eastern Conference.
We've clarified that. Being wide open doesn't mean it's weak.
It does not mean that it's whack, right? So Would that be?
I know plenty. Hey, Ox. I know plenty of things that's been wide open.
Man,
they ain't making it back.
Look.
Oh,
Matter
wow.
of fact, that be some of the best. Hey,
I
that
just
be
want
some
to make
of the
sure that we
best.
clear on
It's
that.
wide
Yeah.
open.
I just want,
Hey.
yeah. Just want to make sure that we
Hey,
clear on that. Yeah.
Good morning, man. Good morning.
Just because the door open,
What are we
just because
doing?
the door open, that doesn't mean that just because the door open.
Yeah, I
don't mean
freaked
it's
out this
easy.
morning.
I mean,
Bad juicy and weird.
to keep it a buck, I think that's gonna make it even more exciting.
Yeah.
The fact that it's spread wide open, hey, gifted. It's gonna be a show come playoff time. Because here's the thing: you don't know what to expect. You don't know you don't know who's gonna come out. You know it's gonna be a couple dog fights. You know it's gonna be some 7-game series. You know it's gonna be some upsets, and you know it's gonna be something that you last expected that's gonna happen. Real talk might be onto something.
Real talk.
I want to ask you something.
I said the Eastern Conference playoff will be more entertaining than the West because it's going to be just some hectic series. It's going to be some wild turns. We don't know what's going on.
Especially if Orlando, especially if what Orlando's doing right now is signs that they might be heading in the right trajectory for the rest of the season. They can mix some things up. But to answer that question, Ron, about are the Knicks frauds? I wouldn't say they're frauds right now. I can't say it, but they should be the team to win the East. You know what I mean? Like if you just look at it, yes, the Knicks should be the team to win the East. If the Knicks don't win the East, this is a disappointing season and dare I say a failure. The Knicks should absolutely win the East.
Yes, Ron, they're on fraud alert. Yes, they are. So, Gifted, you're going to ask a question because I got a question right after that.
Yeah, so here's my thing. When you guys say the East is wide open, are you saying there's more than 3 teams that can make it out of the East? Because, I think wide open means, 4 or 5 teams could make it out of the East. So, how many teams are you saying can comfortably make it out?
4.
Let's take the
5 if Orlando get their shit together.
Would it bug you out? I'm going to say it right here on international YouTube. Would it bug you out, Mars? Would it bug you out if it's May the 29th? If it's May the 29th, May the 23rd, and the Eastern Conference Championship has started, and the Philadelphia 76ers are in it? Would that bug you out, Mars?
No, that's what's going to happen.
No, that was Mars' pick.
Mars.
I just wanted to make sure.
Joel Embiid came back, just so you guys know. So,
he's back now.
Yeah, he's back now.
So now you got to ramp up a little bit, huh?
Just gave us an extended All-Star break. That's all it was.
He got busy yesterday too.
We just pretty nice.
That's what
Real Talk brought
26 in 25 minutes.
Real Talk brought up the Eastern Conference being wide open. Ron, I'm gonna run down something for you real quick, and I want you to tell me how you feel about this. Today is April the 22nd. The playoffs start on Friday. Detroit got Miami in round 1. How you feel about it?
Detroit gonna serve Miami.
Serve them in 5 games, in 4 games, 6 games. What are you looking at, Ron?
They might sweep them boys.
Miami ain't getting the game. The Celtics got to see.
I'm talking about we're gonna have everybody in the headline. Eric Spoelstra gonna be in the game.
Respect Eric.
Eric Spoelstra going to draw something up to have KD.
Yeah, he's getting a game.
He might get you one.
That might get you a game.
So I think they get one.
Don't be surprised if Miami wins in 7. Go ahead, Ron.
Wait. Just right there. Chill. Hold that thought. Now that Ox did say hold up, and now that I did hear the name Eric Spoelstra, I just thought Heat, and I just glazed over it. I would not be surprised if the Heat won in 6 or 7. I really wouldn't actually.
So we might have the Heat beating these dudes.
How you go from a sweep?
Because brother, from a sweep to 6 or 7 within a span of 15 seconds, bro.
Let me explain my
logic behind this.
Let me explain my logic.
It's easy to hear that name and forget. Oh shit, they do got Bam Adebayo. Tyler Hero can score the basketball. Norman Powell can get hot. Eric Spoelstra's the best coach in the NBA. It's easy
Andrew
to
Wiggins.
those things. Andrew Wiggins.
Davion twice, and both games were close. So
I just think independent of all that, they love to play the same way Detroit does. You know what I'm saying? Like they like that. So I think that matchup's interesting to me.
Interesting.
I'm telling you, when you look at the standings, there's
That's Chill's point.
There's four teams that really could win the East. But if you really look at the standings, though, Chill, there's 8 teams that can win the East.
All I'm saying,
8 is kind of far.
Because
I'm saying Miami, Orlando, Toronto.
You keep saying Orlando.
Orlando. I don't know why. I don't know why we have Orlando.
Hold up, we gonna get there. Chill's gonna run down every matchup.
Okay, cool.
Which leads me to my next point.
Hold up, though, right quick though, Chill. While we're still
don't forget about Charlotte, Morris.
While we're still on the Heat and Pistons,
now we talking. There you go.
I do just want to say this about the Pistons.
The Bucks sneaking their way into the play-in of this week.
All right.
The reason why I jumped to the Pistons winning so fast is because obviously they have the best record in the NBA. However, I'm not saying that the Pistons are frauds. I do just want to throw this out there that they are very young, still unexperienced. Although they had a hard-fought series with the Knicks last year, they're young and inexperienced.
Okay.
So we don't know what to expect from them. We do know that they're going to be physical. We do know that they play good defense. However, anything can happen in the playoffs.
I think Miami's rotation is going to be a lot better than we give them credit for, and I think that their rotation is going to give Detroit hell. But I think that Detroit can handle them in 5 games, which leads me to my next point. Orlando would have to see Boston in the 2-7 series. I do not love Boston in this series. I don't.
I got Boston, but that could go
Boston
either way.
in 3.
You got them smoking Orlando, Mars?
I can't lie, real talk.
All I know is
I really don't know what to do with Desmond Bain.
11 run last.
I'd be lying to y'all if I said
Desmond Bain been having a good little run.
I don't know what to do.
He been good.
He has been hooping.
He gave the Suns work a few days ago.
I don't know what's happening with Franz.
Desmond gave it to the Clippers too.
Desmond Bain been hooping for a little minute. He probably
He had a dagger against the Lakers yesterday. So.
Paolo was great last night.
Sure.
But Desmond Bain's probably been their best player the last 3 months. He probably has been. He's been really good.
Real talk, you had a nightmare last night?
Yeah, I went to sleep and in my nightmare, I was sleeping really good too. I was seeing Paolo pull up going in. I was like, whoa, what's going on? I'm seeing Desmond Bain cashing game leading threes. I'm seeing Luka pump fake in the air yet again to not even really get a shot off.
I don't know if you know this real talk.
I'm seeing Austin Reeves go scoreless in a whole half of a game. I'm seeing DeAndre Ayton still employed. It's just crazy, bro.
That sounds
sometimes dreams become reality. Sometimes
dreams do become reality.
You weren't dreaming about it.
I feel like that one
real vivid in my eyes.
Yeah, I feel like that one may have become reality.
So Ron,
I think he may.
So Ron, I don't love Boston in this series. I don't, but I do think that they could beat Orlando in a 7-game dogfight. That's what I think.
Why do you not like Boston in that series, though?
7 games.
The reason why I don't like Boston in this, the reason why I don't love them in this series, because again, the supplemental guys that they have in these playoffs, which is what it's going to take. I think that with Orlando, they're supplemental guys. They've seen the playoffs and they know what this looks like. And I feel like with what they do, I think it could be better. Don't get me wrong. Offensively,
way better than Boston's guys.
Who's Orlando's supplemental guys that have seen the playoffs?
I do want to hear these names.
So the guy that you love, Mars, and the guy that you love in Isaacs, right? You love him, right? You
man has seen 12 playoff games.
It's the same Isaac. It's the same Isaac who you think is the best defensive player per minute.
But it's not about what I think about. It's about you telling me it's about their supplemental guys who have seen the playoffs before. I'm not about whether or not I think the guy's good.
Right. So 10
playoff games.
Again. But
I'll give you Anthony Black.
Anthony Black. No Franz Wagner. So I'm
year 3 Anthony Black.
Franz would be back though. Franz would be back.
Year 3 Anthony Black. The kid De Silva. I think that he could be really good in the playoffs. He actually played really well.
Another year 3 guy.
These are young guys.
He might be year 2.
So even if these guys are young, we've still seen young guys get busy in the playoffs as supplemental guys. Did I not just see Case and Wallace get busy last year?
No, I hear that, but
we've seen them in the playoffs. What?
Okay. Okay,
but meanwhile, I got Peyton Pritchard, Nikola Vucevic, Derek White, and you're talking about experience for Orlando.
I just want to know what makes them better than Boston's guys, though. Like I'm not doubting, like, sure they can have a good year, but what makes them better than those guys?
If you think they're better than Boston's guys, cool. How are they more experienced than Boston's guys?
I said the supplemental guys. That's what I said. I said the supplemental guys. That's the guys that I'm thinking about. I'm not talking
NBA
about
champion Sam Hauser.
Okay, NBA champion Sam Hauser, 100%, no doubt. NBA champion Derek White, NBA champion Jaylen Brown. Who else am I? Who NBA champion Peyton Pritchard? Right. Now, with that being said, now I got guys like Vooch, who has been in the playoffs, but so has De Silva been in the playoffs. Now I got
Hugo Gonzalez. Say Hugo Gonzalez. Say
Hugo Gonzalez.
Jordan Wall.
So you're going to let a comparison between Tristan De Silva playoff
Absolutely not.
and Nikola Vucevic?
I'm not doing
that's
that.
just apples to apples.
I don't like
Vucevic was drafted like 15 years ago.
Yes, and Vooch actually works with this group, but a younger guy in Tristan De Silva, I'm thinking how much better he could be in the playoffs, because he has seen it before, and defensively they could be better. Not just him, but Isaacs also. In addition to Isaacs, who else do they have? Who else do they have?
I'm about to check something.
Let's see.
They got some
Jalen Suggs. I already know about
Jalen.
Jalen.
This is what ends up happening.
I'm just saying,
try to justify some foolishness Oxton said, right? So
no, I'm not.
Don't forget about Orlando.
I think Orlando.
Now here you are trying to tell
us. You know what? I didn't put two and two together. Okay.
Stop letting Ox lead you across the street.
I'm not doing that with Ox. Like, what is going on? Like, no
one forced him to say experience for Orlando.
Whoa, real talk.
Granddad across the street.
I got Boston in this series. I'm just saying.
I do too. I just think
Wait.
Fascinating.
Please pause.
Wait, what?
Ox said 8 teams can make it out the East. And he said, don't forget about the Orlando Magic. But you have Boston beating Orlando in this series.
Well, gifted. I said 8 teams. I gotta have somebody beating somebody though. Like,
yeah, but how can the Magic be one of them if you're saying Boston could beat them?
How can Miami be one of them if I got Detroit beating them? What are we talking about?
Okay.
I got 8 teams. Matter of fact, I got damn near 9 teams in the East that could possibly win it.
He just went to 9.
See,
I went to 9 a minute ago because I remember about Charlotte.
Hell
but
no.
what I'm saying is, gifted. Like I could still like do a bracket. Like if this was,
okay,
I could still do a bracket and pick like my picks. I got the top 4 seeds winning out, but it's just possible because I agree with Real Talk that the East is wide open.
So then here's my thing with Chill, right? Independent of who the players are, which I never say this, but in terms of play style wise, right? Boston is going to shoot how many more threes in the series versus Orlando?
At least 10.
And
I think at least 10.
Only 10
per game.
I'm thinking on the low end.
10 a game's a lot, to be fair.
Yeah,
I just meant overall as like the sum total. Like,
if I had to guess off the top of my head, maybe.
Well, if it's 10 a game, 5-game series, 50.
Yeah,
I was about to say 30. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say 30.
Okay.
I was going to say 33s because Orlando does play defense, right? Orlando does play defense, and I think that when we get to the playoffs, it gets tricky in terms of guarding the long ball line, and I think that in terms of shooting the long ball, and I think that Orlando can do a better job at guarding at the long ball line than they do in the regular season. I think that can happen. Right.
Okay. So you think they're going to improve?
I think Jaylen Brown has played more playoff games than Orlando's whole roster. Just so you know.
Correct. So I think your man Buddy might have just pointed this out. What's really going on here?
What's that?
Oh, the Tatum element. I forgot about this.
What is this Jason Tatum shit about? What's going on with Jason Tatum? This dude stays on my case about Jason Tatum.
They're saying you're preying on Boston's downfall because
why am I playing on it? I didn't say that Orlando was going to lose.
Because if they win without Jason Tatum, that hurts your Jason Tatum propaganda.
No, it doesn't. I already feel the way I do about Jason Tatum, right? I already feel the way I do. But if they do win, I think that makes Jaylen Brown already a bigger deal. This dude brings up Jason Tatum to me because he's got a Jason Tatum issue. The reason why he's got a Jason Tatum issue because Jason Tatum is copying his game after Kobe Bryant, and he hates that. That's the issue that we're really having.
How the tables are
He's
turned.
rubber and you're glue, buddy. That's what happens.
That's the real problem. And on top of that,
what an angle.
And on top of that, what the biggest problem is that you guys let this guy dominate what we got going on. We have this going on. This dude is in the crowd. Why do we care?
Don't let him come in between us.
How are we doing here? This dude is in the crowd.
Yeah, but what if he's a dominant heckler? What if he is a dominant heckler?
If he's a dominant, there's a reason why you're a heckler and we're players. Because you ain't as good as us. That's why.
Hey, Spike Lee's got the job done.
And Spike Lee, and guess what? The New York
Knicks. What if he's Buddy Lee?
And the New York Knicks haven't won the NBA championship with him being their best heckler. Well,
Buddy Lee is fire. I'm not going
to. With him being the best heckler in the league, then when the last time the New York Knicks won the NBA championship? The year I was born. That was it. So what you heckling on the sideline? What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. You ain't as good as them dudes on the court. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, I seen Bron on the sideline.
I like this next matchup, Chill.
So hold on, but before we get to that, I
didn't see Kobe take 11 step back threes a game. By the way, I don't.
Y'all, before we get to the next matchup and all of that good stuff, is there anybody up here that definitively, believes that the Orlando Magic and would pick the Orlando Magic over the Celtics?
No, I would not.
All right. Paulo gonna make y'all eat your words. I don't got time to go into that, but
I'm waiting all season for that.
Paulo gonna give all Laker Nation and all Celtic Nation bad dreams.
Real talk, no. Oh, you nasty.
Real talk does no.
However, y'all, we got $100 super chat and a $50 super chat. The first one is from Arch the Second. Do we know who Arch the Second is?
Back in
the second
Arch.
I know we had Arch Diddy, Arch Prime.
Oh wow!
I don't know if we ever had Arch the Second. Y'all remember Arch the Second?
I don't
Toddler. Remember there was
Joel and B. We know that's you, fool. Just put up your profile picture already.
Joel and B.
Stop hiding from us, Joe. We know it's you.
I mean, we got this for second rounds. Is that what it is? The second is for second rounds.
That's interesting.
That name going to change soon. That's going to be Arch ECF soon. Just watch.
Arch, yeah, okay. Arch 3.
Well, either way, shout out to Arch the Second, whatever the second may mean. Arch the Second said the East is garbage. Now, is there anybody up here that believes what Arch is saying, that the East is garbage?
The East is cool.
No, I don't believe that.
No.
It's a little bit above trash. Cool.
It might be like my recyclables.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, it's recyclable. Yeah.
It might be recyclable. Okay. You know.
Like cardboard recyclables, we're talking about like plastic tools.
If the East is so garbage, then why did the last three
plastic?
I'm gonna go with plastic tools too. Yeah.
Chill, but the last 3 NBA champions aren't the last 3 NBA champions still. Like we know the Celtics aren't the Celtics still.
It's OKC, Boston, and Denver. So
I mean, two of those teams are Western Conference teams.
Yeah, but even then, though, like the teams
three of the last 4 champions come out the West. So the Warriors won it, the Celtics won it. Let's see, the Warriors won it
before
in 22. Denver won it in 23. Celtics won it in 24. Oklahoma City.
OKC, yeah.
And then Milwaukee won it in 21.
It's overwhelmingly the West. You're gonna get a Pistons chip in there. You're gonna get the Heat in 06. The Heat.
I'm just talking about since we came into the millennium. Since we came into this decade, right? That's what I'm thinking. Since we came into this decade, that's what I'm thinking about. Since we came into this decade, we got the Raptors in 19, Lakers in 20. Milwaukee in 21, Warriors in 22, Denver in 23, Celtics in 24, Oklahoma City in 25. We may have an East champion this year. So I'm just so sick of
There's a 50-50 chance, yeah. 50-50.
Yeah, I'm just so sick of the.
I guess we're gonna let you slip in the Raptors when you said I was this decade. Was it not the 2020s?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I apologize. It was 19, not 2019, 2020. I apologize. It was 2019. No, my fault.
4 of the 6 have been in the West this decade.
Yes, that's like 80% of the guys.
Chill,
I'm just sick of the whole East being garbage thing. Like if the East is so garbage, then
I mean, people say the East is garbage because the West is so dominant.
I think the East is cool this year. I
don't hate these. I don't. Yeah,
I think it's top to bottom.
I think it's like, oh my god, the East, but like the East is cool.
Top to bottom.
When was the last time the East has been awesome like the Western Conference has been on? Because I was around when the West was whack.
It was better in the 80s. It was better in the West in the 80s.
Yeah, it was.
It was
better than the West in the 90s too.
Yeah, but that was probably the golden golden age of the East was probably when you had Boston, Philly, Milwaukee,
Detroit,
the Pistons came around,
Atlanta,
Chicago,
Atlanta.
Bulls.
You had 5 or 6 really good teams.
That's probably the golden age of the Eastern Conference.
You have 5 or 6 really good teams.
Interesting with
expansion. And meanwhile, that was the weakest Western Conference of all time.
I agree with that 100%.
Running through that West. Yeah, again, so start ped your way to some finals through that.
I kind of want them to get rid of conferences, but that's not gonna happen, unfortunately. You know.
All right, fellas.
I'm cool with still calling them the conferences, but in the playoffs is 1 through 16. Like you can still be.
That's what I want. That's what I want, Ox. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys probably know what I want. Chat, I know what you guys want. You guys want to put your basketball IQ to the test, and I got the perfect place for you to do that and make some money while you do that. It's on Splash Sports, where you can make your picks and where you can end up in the winner's circle every time you play quick picks. You guys see the screen. You guys know the name. When you play $5, you will get $50 back instantly when you use code CHOICE. Now, there's nowhere else on the planet where you can put $5 in and get 50 back. It just doesn't really work like that unless you're on Splash Sports and unless you're playing Quick Picks. Now, what is Quick Picks? Quick Picks is the DFS game on Splash Sports that you've been waiting your whole life for. This isn't just you versus an algorithm or you versus the sports book. It's you versus other real sports fans, real competition, and it takes real skill to actually win. However, the playing field is completely leveled out because, well, it's you versus another human being. That means that you have opportunities to outsmart everybody that you're playing against. And it also means that you get bigger payouts because you're on Splash Sports. You can win up to 50 times the amount that you put in just by making the right picks and having more correct picks than the person that you're playing against. It's so simple and easy that we are going to do it right here and right now. Big Ox, what type of boost do we have today? What promos do we got going on?
We got this Well Wednesday, 20% boost. We got a 30% boost Well Wednesday for $5.
Is there anything that applies to a specific game or player?
No, I haven't seen one. No. Y'all
all right.
Y'all want to do the PGA?
PGA, come on, Tiger.
Yeah, I think we're gonna pass on the PGA today.
Even though
anyone I know, what you mean?
Big Ox, the game that we're gonna rock with is, it's funny that we were talking about Jaylen Brown. We're gonna rock with the Celtics versus the Nuggets.
You said
the Celtics versus the Nuggets. That's the game.
They have Jokic blocked.
Even after Cade went 5 for 26, that's easy money tonight.
What you thinking? So you think we should go the more on Cade and start it with that?
That's easy money. Okay, 5 for 26 a couple of nights ago. He ain't doing that again.
All right, let's go. Let's go Thunder versus Pistons then. Chill wants to rock with Cade. We're gonna start with Cade.
5 for 26 a couple of nights ago. Yeah, he ain't doing that again. I don't care how good Oklahoma City is.
Again, but he's gonna be a Lester again, Chill. Let's take
averages.
Wait, they're playing OKC?
OKC tonight.
Yeah, nah, Chill.
You got him going. You got him going 5 for 26 again.
I mean,
I'm not saying it's
7 for 21. What's that mean?
But like,
okay, 7 for 21.
Cade ain't exactly someone you can just bet on low of averages.
Yeah, especially scoring.
I got tickets to that game tonight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gonna be there, Gifted?
I'm gonna be there. Yep.
Yes,
I was there for the first game too.
Who sold yesterday? Oh, you said.
Yeah, what's
Man,
called sold? Evan Mobley sold 12 points. Get Evan on the court. Damn.
So what's the next pick that we want to rock with? I know Casey Wallace has been getting busy lately.
Jared
McCain.
Jared McCain.
Jared McCain out of bad. Oh, I don't hate that.
That's my goat, man. Come on.
Because the way Vassell was killing his team.
10 points. Yeah, Jared McCain gave me 10.
Yeah, McCain could probably do that too. Yeah.
I
don't think that's crazy.
That's a good one.
All right, who's the third player that y'all want to rock with? Real talk, you want to jump in here?
Sure. What's Jalen Duren's rebounds at? Do they have a singular rebound line?
Let's see about it.
11.5.
Damn.
I'll take that.
How many rebounds? 3 rebounds a
Cleaning
quarter.
glass.
Isaiah Joe's threes.
Yeah, let's look at Isaiah Joe threes. 11.5 rebound line is crazy.
Yeah, that is nuts. Even though you probably do hit it.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
just
points.
not bet on.
14.5 points. So basically 5 threes.
What's the line for Kate Cunningham turnovers?
Oh, you're right.
We already got Cade on the point.
We already got Cade on there.
We can't go.
Oh, okay. Word.
Any check? Anybody? Check. Oh, what you got, real talk?
Whatever Tobias is, less.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, less.
I could get behind that one for sure.
Tobias is the Pistons Harrison Barnes. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been saying they're one and the same.
Well, Harrison Barnes is better than Tobias Harris.
Do we have steals with Kaysen?
God bless.
Steals? Do we got steals?
Nope.
No steals? Y'all like 2 3s from Kaysen?
Yeah, because Kaysen gonna be initiating all that
like
offense. You gonna make some thirds.
All right, that's what it is, y'all. We are on Splash Sports. We are playing the Quick Picks game. Once again, this is where $5 will get you $50 when you use code CHOICE. And it's really that simple. But above all, once again, Splash Sports has the highest multipliers in daily fantasy sports. You can get up to 50 times the amount that you put in on a 6-leg entry. Why would you go play anywhere else when you get free money here and you have the best odds and you have the best multipliers? You don't just get this anywhere. You don't just get this every day. Only on Splash Sports. So if you're ready to compete, if you're ready to make some money, if you are ready to join the winner's circle and put your basketball IQ to the test, use code CHOICE on Splash Sports. Get a free $50 deposit when you play your first $5. The link is in the bio. Let's see what y'all made of. But above all, we're going to be in the winner's circle, and we hope to see you there. All right, fellas, let's get back into it. We got a few more super chats. Chill, I do want to get back to what you were saying with the other 2 matchups in the East. We will get to that here in a second. However, we got a $50 super chat. I got a couple other $20 super chats. So let's go ahead and see what the people talking about. The next super chat that I have is pretty straightforward, and I actually agree with our Hall of Famer, DNE MLV, when he said, hey, man, Dub gifted.
In the house.
Salute D-Nem. Happy to be back. Hope everyone's having a great 2026. I took some time away to just grind, but we back for big 2026. Yes.
Gifted. That's not D-Nem. That's DNE MLV.
Did he even say that right? I don't even know.
This dude is garbage, Ron. This dude is trash.
MLV.
Strip. Like, you know that dude on the court, you're like, yo, this dude garbage. That's
Dude.
garbage.
Get him off the court. Get him off the
like
court.
Venice Beach? Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
This dude is, boo!
Yo, that's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Hey,
unnecessary.
Gifted. I know who was happy as hell that you weren't out there on Venice Beach when they was doing that defense challenge.
Hell nah,
Oh.
Gifted a real hooper.
I know who you already been. I already know who you've been giving buckets to. You know. I already know.
Hey, Gifted. Tell the people you a real hooper. You don't duck no smoke.
I don't duck any smoke. This is factual.
No
like
smoke.
I'll play forever long, whatever.
So
Detroit. That's true.
No,
Yeah.
they don't duck no smoke in Detroit. They would.
I'm getting myself in way better shape this year too.
Turn your mic up a little bit. The next super chat. The next super chat is from Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart said Kaysen Wallace putting the league on notice. I also hear Adam might be voiding Kawhi's contract as punishment for Aspiregate.
Aspiregate.
Should have done it sooner before the Clippers resurgence. That pick is mid now. Hashtag Thunder Up.
All I'm gonna say on that is the way Kawhi Leonard hooped in the All-Star game. I feel like he knew. Hey man, my time is coming.
Oh, so he's
Let me
trying
go
to
as
make
crazy as I
himself-
can right now. Yeah,
He's trying to get the most value he can on the market. He know he about
I
to
have
be
this
heard that
whole-
theory. I have heard that
Fact.
theory.
This whole season, he's definitely playing with the cause. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
he got
absolutely.
to know something.
Regular season.
The unemployment
Yeah.
clause.
Yeah.
He got to know something's on the horizon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Ron,
All right, well, fellas, let's talk about it.
Hey, but hold on, no free agent Kawhi though.
That's what I'm saying.
Where we
Let's
going,
talk about
baby?
it.
Where
Hey,
we
because
at?
I heard the obvious names, but I want you guys to tell me where you would like to see Kawhi go if he's a free agent.
Batman Kawhi?
I heard New York, I heard Miami, and I heard the Lakers. Where would you guys like to see him go, though?
We taking our talents to South Beach?
I want to see Kawhi go to
I would
Detroit.
like to see him next to. Oh,
Of course, Gifted.
I think Detroit's a great
that'd
pick.
be nice.
Now, obviously, I'm in the city, but like they literally need another guy who can score the ball and take pressure off of Cade. That also has a good defense around him. I think that's clean.
I'd like to see
Detroit,
him next to Anthony Edwards, man.
That's not
What's
bad
the
either.
going rate for Kawhi Leonard? Because the Clippers are in such a terrible situation here. Oh my God, we got to rip his contract up, and now he's got to come back to the Clippers for less dough than we were already going to pay him. Life sucks. What are we going to do?
So
That's number one.
they can re-sign him too?
Yes. What we doing is ripping up his deal because the deal was fraudulent. We can sign him to a different deal.
Kawhi to the Blazers for sure.
Or Kawhi to the Clippers for less bread than he already getting paid. He gets to stay home.
The Blazers.
I don't think Kawhi is leaving the West Coast. I'm pretty sure he wants to stay as close to LA as possible. So he's probably going to the Lakers realistically, though.
When I'm telling y'all, when the season starts next year and the Lakers have a lineup that consists of Luka Doncic, Kawhi Leonard, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, y'all gonna be mad. Man. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be mad. Oh, the Lakers.
I want you to know.
I will be very upset. You're right.
I want you to know right now, Chill. That's the end for me.
I know you out.
That's the end for you.
That's the beginning for me.
I'm done.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'll
be a big
done
fan then. Yeah, I'll be the biggest Kawhi fan.
He'll be on the Jaylen Brown train after that.
He said that's the beginning for me. Oh, that's nasty, man. Beginning.
God, you're despicable, man. Have you?
That is quite despicable. Yeah.
None whatsoever, Ox. None.
No shame at all in his game. Yeah,
zero.
Nah.
I don't care.
He's on that.
Yeah, absolutely not. This would be.
I mean,
it would be a slap on the wrist, right? It would be a slap on the wrist for the Clippers. In addition to it being a slap on the wrist for the Clippers, it would put the rest of the teams in the NBA on notice that is this all it takes for us to circumvent the salary cap? If we just got to rip the guy's contract up and maybe even sign him to something less.
Chill, but that's why
we'll do it.
I in this punishment, I don't see him being able to re-sign with the Clippers. That just wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah,
I agree with Ron on that. Yeah.
He can't go back to the Clippers, which I'm pretty sure that'd be, but he can go anywhere else. So not only for you circumventing the cap, for you circumventing the cap, you lose your best player. Now he can go wherever else. So you weaken your team. You lose out on the money that you were going to pay him. That might be good. That might be bad. But you lose your star player.
The Suns.
I mean, how much you be getting paid then? Like,
and remember who we talking about, bro? Remember who we talking about, Gifted? We talking about Kawhi Leonard, who is this isn't 28-year-old Kawhi Leonard. It's 34-year-old Kawhi Leonard now.
I can't tell, Chill.
He want to get paid.
Apparently, Chill, he'd have found him a knee doctor or something. I don't know.
The same doctor that worked on Joel Embiid, by the way. Salute to bro.
Yo,
he's a great doctor.
Lakers best player if he's signed.
But I would like to see him go to Phoenix.
Yeah.
Phoenix is close to Phoenix. Ain't nothing but 4 hours away from LA. That's right down the street.
Oh, Phoenix is interesting actually.
Or he could just work down in Los Angeles with the Lakers. He could do that.
No, we're good. Let's.
I'm just saying realistically though, like
he wants to stay in LA. What's gonna happen?
How big is his contract gonna be though if they rip it up? Like he's not gonna sign for like no vet man or mid level. Yeah. So like if he's a max deal, right? So then I feel like we got to look at the teams that have cap space to actually take him in. Those are probably the teams, right?
How do you like Kawhi Leonard? Well, no, I don't like him in Boston because that's too far away. He ain't going that far. No.
Yeah.
Nope.
If Kawhi,
if you go to Boston, come down to Detroit.
He's going to stay.
He ain't going
West
that far.
Coast.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah,
he's not doing that.
He'll go down to Sacramento.
Kawhi's going to stay on the West Coast. Go ahead, Dave.
Sacramento Kings Kawhi would never play a game.
No, I want him to go. So I want Kawhi to go to Portland. Honestly.
What about the Warriors though?
Man, listen, bro.
We're still trying to extend Curry. We're still trying to extend Curry's window. Is that what we're doing? Okay.
He just signed Porzingis.
Yeah, we're still trying to extend Curry's window. Because he's got one more year left
over there.
Yeah, I guess so. Because we got one more year left.
We're adding to the Kawhi window because Kawhi is the better player now.
We all know this is a lie. We all know this is a lie.
If you think about it, this last year, because next year is the last year of his deal. So essentially, it would be.
I think so.
If they had to rip the deal up, it would be, I don't know, a team option. The NBA is just making it a team option now because it's the last year of his deal anyway, which would make him a free agent after next season anyway. And are the Clippers out of the Kawhi Leonard business after this at the end of next year anyway? Do we know?
I mean, it would have to be based on what Ron is saying, right? Like if the punishment is that they wouldn't be able to re-sign Kawhi, which means the other teams would have to try to go.
Well, Ron, why would I not be able to re-sign him? Okay, we circumvented the salary cap. Like he didn't do this. We did this, right? So instead of him being punished, like we should be able to have him back. We just can't sign him for what we signed him for. We can't give him the bread that we gave him.
That's not a punishment. That's
not a punishment, though.
The reports are.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying.
That's like
walk away largely unscathed, apparently.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's like
that's the report you said. Okay.
So yeah, I did see a report that said that they would actually have to be that Kawhi would actually be the one getting the main punishment. But chill, that's like me getting in trouble at the house and my mom like, you're punished. You're not allowed to take out the trash or mow the lawn. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's kind of what this is, though.
Cool, you know what I'm saying?
I just don't understand why they're saying like
this sucks. I can't take the trash out.
Why would only Kawhi be the one punished when he's being paid under the table by a whole organization? Like I feel like they should be punished more than the player.
That's what I'm saying. Gifted, this to me,
it's odd to me.
This is a Steve Ballmer situation. This isn't. The
only problem is he's like the richest owner in the league. So
this is Steve.
No, he's not.
I think the reason why is because
right.
I think the reason why is because from a business technicality standpoint, they were creating like shell companies and then companies within companies to pay Kawhi, which aren't technically, I guess, legally attached to the Clippers. From everything I understand.
Okay.
Steve Ballmer is a crook.
Okay, so then if it's mainly Kawhi, wouldn't they just keep him out for like a year or something like that to like really punish Kawhi?
He's about to be 35. You can't be taking years from Kawhi.
They don't care about that. That's his fault, right?
Kawhi's
an innocent man.
Management.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, whole year, man. I don't know.
Misunderstood.
All right, well, I'm excited to see where Kawhi goes, where he ends up playing next year. If this even happens, we never know. I would like to see Kawhi become a free agent, and I would like to see him play somewhere that is most competitive and allows him to leverage his talents the most to potentially win another NBA championship. However, we're going to move on to the next super chat from Tupac Westside. Tupac said, "Morning, fellas. Not a good week." You bring your ass right here. Not a good week for LA. Disappointing losses. And based on the internet, AR is trash and JJ needs to be fired. Looks like we got our new scapegoat, real talk.
Yeah, the Lakers just aren't good, man. Again, the big three plays and the big three doesn't perform. Yet again, they like it's just factually true now, chill. But the three of them on the court, I actually just looked at it because I just made a video about this. The Los Angeles Lakers, when Reeves, LeBron, and Luka are on the court, have a 111 offensive rating and a 121 defensive rating.
Garbage.
So they're quite literally one of the worst offenses and worst defenses when all three of them are on the court.
Trash.
And so it is what it is. I know what this team is. I'm no longer stressing myself out about it. They're bums. We're not going to win anything this year.
Bums.
Cool. Regroup. After that, after the guy that no longer needs to be making $50 million per year is gone, we can use that money to help assist the 26-year-old that plays like, wash players. Chill, do you remember that show? It was a show with Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, like basically the Inside the NBA crew, but they did it on NBA TV.
Yeah. They had a number of different shows on there. Open Court, that was one of them.
Open Court.
I think it was Open Court.
Reggie was on there.
Yep.
Reggie was on there.
I saw a clip. I saw a clip on Twitter, and they said it was like, oh, when did you know it was over? Right, Chill? And they were saying, oh, it was when I was like, get to spots. And I used to be able to just get to a spot and elevate over the defender or go to the basket and elevate and finish, right? But it's when I had to get to a spot and then pump fake. That's how they knew it was over. Luka is doing this at 26.
Oh boy.
Luka Doncic is just I am so
painful.
disappointed
What
in
it is,
Luka
man.
Doncic, bro. It's incredible. I'm going if I go on another Luka tangent, they're gonna call me a hater. So I'm just gonna be quiet. But
No. I actually respect Real Talk doing
Real
this
Talk,
because sure.
Do you want to max out Reeves after what you've seen from
no.
Oh my god.
Max out Reeves. We just gonna
Max
throw
is crazy.
everybody money.
50 for Reeves is crazy. I'm not saying I don't want to pay him, but 250 is
250 million for
No.
The reason why I'm smiling, boy, because it's crazy how the tide turns. Like we was having a conversation about 6 months ago.
Those weren't the talk. The talk 6 months ago.
He's better than Zach LaVine. Not only is he better than Zach LaVine,
To be fair, that one's aged.
Okay,
back.
that's way closer.
That one's aged back.
Better than Zach LaVine. He's on one of the best, if not the best, contract. He may be a max player at the end of this season. This is the same Austin Reeves who, watching yesterday with Desmond Bane, is just proving and compounding the point that when y'all run into a team that got a 2-guard that's buckets, we can take AR out the series because AR cannot defend, and we will go after him on the regular. He is 100% a bowl of chicken noodle soup that we ain't even like using a spoon. We just taking
chicken noodle soup.
That's what he is, and we just
broth.
Drinking, that's it. That's it, Ron. We drinking the whole. That's it. He is.
Just a bowl, no spoon, nothing. You just
no spoon.
He's saying there's no resistance.
He's ramen. Yeah.
Zero.
No resistance at all. Just
no.
down.
We don't gotta. We don't have to blow on it to cool it down. Nope. We can.
It's just calm and easy.
That's it.
Lukewarm broth.
That's it.
Lukewarm, bro.
And he has proven it. You run up on a team that got
Far
a 2-guard.
from grace, man.
If you run up on a team that got a 2-guard who can score, and this is what I mean when I say I don't really know what to do with Desmond Bane, because this game is so unorthodox. He's got that jump shot where it looks like a slingshot, but even still, he's a bucket getter. And if you run up on a team like that with Austin Reeves, you could completely take him out of the series. Keep him in the action. Go after him, make him try to close out on you. And whenever he tries to close out on you, he's not getting back into play. And the reason why he's not getting back into play is because he can't. Not because he's not trying, it's because he can't. One-on-one, you don't have to get
Pritchard was giving him buckets, chill.
Straight giving him buckets. So and like Lake Show, Lake Show Jerry in the chat. Lake Show Jerry is one of those delusional Laker fans. Like I'm on some nonsense. Even when you seen last year when he went up against Minnesota and Anthony Edwards completely took him out of the series. You saw it.
He was hurt. He was hurt.
Was good. ATB in chat was good.
He was hurt.
But he hurt.
He was hurt.
Give me a break.
He had turf toe whatever in the playoffs last year. It was allegedly.
Yeah.
Reportedly, confirmed.
That's the thing. These players be playing hurt, and then the moment they not playing at the level, everyone gonna slander them. Then if they miss games, people gonna slander them for missing the game.
Yes.
Crazy. The guy out there giving everything he can for the team.
That's what you get paid for.
Hurt, all for him to just get slandered.
What was wrong with him again?
Yeah,
turf toe.
Yeah. Same shit Darius Garland was dealing with. And you quick to tell me about his injury when it comes to the Cleveland Cavaliers. But the moment it's Austin Reeves, give me a break. Yeah, racism. I've seen enough racism.
Oh, that's
what I.
He's white.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
has to be. Only explanation. Racism.
Even though we've seen him throughout the course of the season, when he runs up on 2 guards that can score, that can consistently give you buckets, he struggles with that. because he struggles as a defender.
Cool.
We saw him because I can tell you where he wasn't hurt. Did he not play in the World Championship games? Did he not play there? And they consistently, the Euros went after him. Consistently went after him as a bucket getter.
I'm not gonna pretend like I watched.
I did.
Play in the World Championship.
I did. I'm not.
I'll believe you.
The reason why I'm not gonna pretend because I actually did watch them. And those Euros hunted him on the regular. 100% they hunted him on the regular. So with Austin Reeves being one of their main cogs as an offensive player, you could take him out of
11 against Anthony Edwards. 28 and 16 against Anthony Edwards.
You could see him. You could see him get taken out of. You could see him get taken out of games and ultimately getting taken out of series. So I think the Lakers are out of the LeBron James business. I do. I think that they're moving on from him after the season.
I think any team that's seriously trying to win something needs to be out of the LeBron James business. As far as paying him like a max player, he's no longer a max player. LeBron James is no longer.
What if he comes back on a minimum though?
He's not playing for a little bit of money.
I don't think he's min-player either though.
No, he ain't doing that.
Yeah, he's not doing that.
No, but
reason for me to come and play for $3 million.
I don't know if you guys saw the reports around.
Excuse me.
He could take significantly less because there's going to be a bidding war for his farewell tour through Amazon or Prime.
Yeah, he could, but he won't.
He could supplement.
Ain't no good team paying for LeBron's farewell tour when they're trying to win some shit.
I'm saying his salary. Yeah, his salary would be the minimum, Mars, and then he'd supplement that money with the rights to his farewell tour. Apparently.
Yeah, but why do that when you can also get paid near 30 plus?
That just sounds like Kawhi shit.
That's not cap.
That just sounds like Kawhi shit.
Yeah.
Is it not?
You got
farewell tour.
Kawhi's not LeBron, yo.
Same shit.
Kawhi's not the king.
That's the same thing. He just said he's going to get back for a farewell tour.
When you're the king, you dictate the rules of the king.
Not right now, Ron.
Is that cap
circumvention? So wait, so that's not cap circumvention.
I mean, for the player,
I'm not saying it's not. I just want to make sure I'm following you guys. I just want to make sure I'm following you guys.
I mean, for the player, yeah, not for the organization.
If James comes to a team, if James comes to a team and plays for a little bit of money, but they know that this is a farewell tour and they're gonna make the money that they paid him. They're going to make that money back, like times 200. Are they giving some of the money that they made back?
No.
Like, are they slipping that? How's this working?
No, it's not going to the team. It's going to LeBron.
So, like, let's say HBO Max. And HBO Max.
He gonna make the money back, not the team, not the team.
No, they're both going to get it on. They're both going to get it on the back end. They're all going to get it on the back end. It's like here we're all if we're all sitting down at a round table, and it's like, okay, look, I'm gonna come here, you know what I'm saying, but we got to split up my farewell tour on a pie. Yeah, it might not be the same exact version, but it's definitely a form of cap circle.
Yeah, this is how they're gonna do it, So they sell off the documentary being filmed to HBO Max. Right. HBO Max though has to do the documentary in partnership with the LeBron James production company.
Uninterrupted.
It has nothing to do with the salary cap.
Uninterrupted.
It absolutely does, Chill.
What does this have to do with the salary cap?
What does aspiration have to do with the salary cap?
Okay, so
no, that's not the same. That's not the same. That is not the same. That is not the same at all. No,
not only gifted. Not only is it not the same. In fact, it's even worse because at least with Kawhi, they had good intentions on helping to save the planet. Kawhi lazy ass says they ain't plant the tree.
Here we go with this.
You know what I'm saying? Kawhi just said follow through. At least they had good intentions. They was gonna try to save the ozone layer and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had good intentions. Kawhi just ain't plant the trees.
So I'm saying it's not the same because fundamentally speaking, the Clippers are aspiring to pay Kawhi Leonard under the table for him to be a part of their team. LeBron is saying, I'm going to get this money so I don't have to sign a big contract, so you don't have to pay me that much so we can still realistically field a competitive roster and win. The Cavs are benefiting from having LeBron on their roster as compared to paying him under the table separately. That's the technical difference, at least in my opinion.
It's a side business deal.
And on top of that, Mars,
it just sounds like Kawhi was Bron going to Miami and then Bron's just doing KD to the Warriors. That's all I'm hearing. Like, okay, you just.
I mean, Bron did it better.
You upgraded the philosophy.
Get his legal team up. Tell Kawhi get his get his scamming brain up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying that's
how
what
to do it. You don't have all the details ironed out, but then someone
So
gonna
if I decide to go,
so
if I decide to go play in Golden State, and I decide to go play in Golden State, and I go up there for $10 million. In the process of me going up there for $10 million, I have a production company, and my production company is partnered with, I don't know, HBO Max. HBO Max decides to shoot the documentary, which now I get a cut of that. What does that have to? And again, what I'm not doing is I'm not doing anything under the table. Like I'm doing this right out in the open.
Yeah.
Like, how am I circumventing the cap? What does this have to do with the salary cap being $172 million? I'm taking a little bit of money to come play up here, and my other business venture on the side is benefiting from me having a farewell tour. How am I circumventing the cap?
It legally is not circumventing the cap from a team perspective. It is you as an individual saying, I am willing to take less money on paper so we can have a competitive team around me to win basketball games. The team's owner is not paying me under the table. I'm making a on paper sacrifice with this team because I know I can get this money elsewhere. That's the difference, right?
When anybody has to start a statement with legally, they don't.
They're not yet. Right. I know. Hey, listen. It is 100% on some bullshit, but it's legal bullshit.
Yeah,
well, wait a minute though.
That's all I'm saying.
No, here's the thing. No, Gifted. Don't let him off the hook with that because circumventing is illegal. So we're clear.
That's true. Right.
Circumventing is illegal. So I have to put that disclaimer in here. Legally, this is what I'm doing.
Yes.
Y'all are doing so much mental gymnastics for LeBron James right now. This is embarrassing.
No, he's going to do the mental gymnastics to get paid legally.
Bro, I think the simplest way to put it is that oh sure.
I just want to be clear. One thing, get your money, Brian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For sure.
I want to see a brother get paid. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, let's not act like it ain't a little bullshit under the table going on. But like I said yesterday, well, chill. Like I said, catch me if you can. You know, I'm with what Real Talk said. Steve Ballmer and Kawhi should have just did it a little better.
I think to make it simple,
everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah. I think to make it simple, the easiest way to understand what's going on here, right, is that LeBron is sacrificing on paper to join a team to win. The team itself is not circumventing the cap. LeBron is doing that for them as his own entity because he's using his own name and likeness to get more money. That's not circumventing the cap the NBA way, but technically speaking, you are in a sense circumventing the cap. That's why I say legally, because technically, sure you are. Technically,
Damian, isn't it well known that part of like Kevin Durant going to Golden State was a little bit to do with like Silicon Valley and
yeah.
Well, of course,
that's why.
Of course,
I mean, that was
and
all of a
sudden, all of a sudden, the TV money just skyrocketed more than it ever had in league history. But anyways,
that too.
Thank you.
That's not a coincidence, by the way.
Must be TV.
Or maybe he needed.
But
I think
the
Iguodala.
The bigger picture though is like
I don't even
gone
know
back to the
how you tried to turn that into.
I ain't gonna touch that one.
That was. Go ahead.
What are you saying,
Come
Damian?
back to the super chat though. The bigger picture is like I don't think it's so much about LeBron coming and going or whether he'll be on the Lakers. I think that the Laker fans are going to have to accept that this is the Luka Doncic experience now for the next foreseeable future. And I'm giving them, honestly, probably a year and a half until they turn on Luka because of his playing style, because of what's going on, because of how it's going to look, because of the antics on the court. Like Laker fans have a very, very short leash with players, man. And
for sure.
I in my head I can see a scenario where this gets real ugly real quick if they don't build a champion around Luka, and it's going to have to be an almost perfect team. I think. Real talk,
you are the resident Kobe guy up here. Do you think that in 1997, 1998, 1998, 99, do you think that Laker team with Kobe and Shaq, you think they survived today getting swept out of the playoffs 2 years in a row? Hell no. One of them dudes got to go. I don't know which one, but one of them dudes got to go. Even though they ended up running off, all they did was change the coach, right? Change the coach, and ended up switching out one guy. They traded Eddie Jones for Glenn Rice, which I still think is a mistake. But if it's 2025, if them two dudes, you got arguably two top 5 players in the league, top 10, no question about that, in the league on the team today, and they get swept out of the playoffs 2 consecutive years, hell no. We got to break this up. The Los Angeles Lakers,
maybe they get like because Kobe is such a young player at that time. Maybe they get like that kind of bail. You know what I'm saying? Now, it'll maybe be like more similar to the Boston situation because you know how like Tatum and Brown kind of kept getting there but losing and losing and losing, but then eventually they kind of broke through.
Sure.
There was definitely, you heard rumblings of they need to break up the Jays don't work, yada yada yada, but I think the Lakers just kind of stick through that because Kobe's so young of a player at the time.
Getting swept though twice in a row.
Yeah, I mean, but in 99, Kobe's what 20, 21?
He just turned 21 that year.
Yeah,
he just turned 21. So you lose to Utah. That's his rookie season. You lose to Utah in 5.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next year in the West Finals, you get swept by Utah again in the West Finals. And then the next year against San Antonio, now we going backwards. You lose in the semifinals and get swept out the playoffs. The Laker fan base, they would riot. Get these dudes out of here. This can't work. No,
I just love how the chat chill.
And Kobe was airballing in those series too, by the way. They would,
and he's a rook, by the way. He ain't ready yet. He ain't there. He's not. He's fresh. He's fresh into the league.
But Tristan De Silva gonna be ready.
Yes. Even though we're matching up Tristan De Silva with Kobe Bryant as a rookie. Yes, that's what we talking about.
But chill. I love how the chat is keeping it real and wondering how y'all are blaming Bron for Luka's grenade launching last night.
It was bad.
No, it's not just about last night, Ox. It's just like he doesn't work with Luka Doncic. And so now the team is about Luka Doncic. And so we would just rather those resources go elsewhere to improve a roster around Luka. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel that.
It's not necessarily just this one particular game. It's like if we can use that $50 million and get like an actual center or a center and maybe a Peyton Watson that can guard and hit some shots and stuff like that. Like we need just some more motor on the team. That's kind of that's what the like. Not only are the Lakers not that athletic to begin with, they also just don't have a bunch of like, I'm gonna come out here and play hard every single night type of guys.
Right.
That are at least good.
I think yesterday that's what I agree with that. It's like for me once again I'm not mad at Bron getting money. Like it doesn't matter to me. Like cool. I want you to get as much as you possibly can. But with that being said, for the Lakers organization, that's too much money for what he's bringing to the table. They could definitely allocate that to some better basketball.
I mean, but like I feel like we understood this when they got Luka in general. Like this team is for the next 5 or 8 years or whatever, where he's going to be the big player. And then once Brown retires, now it's okay. How do we build a competent roster around him? They're still very much in the middle of that process,
Well, Gifted, it sounds to me like, man, this was a lose-lose trade.
Oh shoot.
I mean, no, we still won because we got our franchise player moving forward. Anthony Davis wasn't going to be that. He's older.
You just said that. When did you know it was over? When I'm pump fake. You said Luka's doing that at 26.
It was over for Kobe in 06 too.
It's a wrap.
No, Kobe was still getting to his spots. Kobe could still get.
Yeah, and then what did he do? Pump fake.
Not all the time.
Pump fake.
Kobe sometimes just elevate. That's a lie. You're lying. We didn't start really pump fake. We didn't really start pump.
He did a lot though
until 24. You're lying.
I'm about to step in because we're not going to get to the next super chats. We'll get to those in a little bit. I appreciate everybody that has sent through super chats. I definitely appreciate everybody that's liked the video, that is subscribed to the Players Choice channel, and everybody that's a member. However, we haven't got to the fast breakdown in a while. And we are going to do that today, seeing that we had a lot of good games last night. We obviously just talked about the Lakers and the Magic. The Magic beat the Lakers by a score of 110-109. LeBron missed the game-winning shot. And throughout the whole game, Paolo Banchero was the best player on the court. Yes, he was better than Austin Reeves. He was better than LeBron James. And lo and behold, he was better than Luka Doncic. Paolo had 36 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Shout out to Paolo for hooping. The next game that we are going to jump to, and we actually already talked about this one too, the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the New York Knicks by a score of 109-94. The Cavs and the Knicks both are 37-22. They are both tied for the third seed in the West or in the East. The Knicks have the tiebreaker, and they actually are number 3, and the Cavs are 4. But we will keep a close eye on that. Moving on to the next game, though. We have the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Toronto Raptors. And the Thunder took care of business and won by a score of 116-107. The Thunder are now 45-14, number 1 in the West, and the Raptors are 34-24. They are good for 5th in the East. Fellas, is there anything in this game you would like to talk about? Cason Wallace had 27 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists.
That's what I want to talk about. Well, at least to start off is the progression offensively of Cason Wallace. That's going to be a problem for the rest of the league if Cason Wallace can become a very high quality offensive player. Because to me, he's already, Cason Wallace to me is the best POA guard in the league. Like he's already that. I've never seen a guard since I want to say Avery Bradley that consistently makes ball handlers that uncomfortable. Like every time I see Cason Wallace, when he's picking up, he is truly disturbing the ball handler and impeding him from damn near just crossing half court in the 8 seconds. And then he can't even really be comfortable to get into a real set because they're worried about just containing the ball around him. It's the reason why he leads the league in steals. It's not just like passing lanes, it's on ball. So Cason being this good of an offensive player would really do damage for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
My takeaway for this one was this isn't good for the rest of the league, man. If OKC start learning how to play well for long periods without SGA and J-Dub, like that was their biggest glaring concern when SGA would go off the floor and they would struggle a little offensively. But if they start to get some of these reps where they can survive and thrive with some of these guys, get more comfortable offensively, this isn't good for the rest of the league, man. It's not good at all.
I think this is great for the league
because it enables everybody to have this. Yeah, they got to
get better.
Yeah, you got to step the game up. You guys got to get better, right?
Absolutely.
I do have to come in, Ron. I do have to come in Toronto. I mean, they were down 25 last night, and they ended up getting back in the game. And a lot of that was a lot of that. I felt like I felt like a lot of that was guys like RJ Barrett. I mean, in their rotation guys, this kid Walter gave him some really good minutes last night. I feel like Jamal Shed gave him some good minutes last night. Their rotation guys were who got them back in the game last night when they were able to come up with stops, like when we got into the third quarter. But I mean, Oklahoma City was able to hold on because they got, Damian, they got 11 guys. And all of those guys contribute in such different ways. Like Cason Wallace ended up hitting some shots last night that were back-breaking shots when Toronto was getting back in the game. And, I mean, that offense looked a lot more fluid. That's not to say that they are better with J-Dub and SGA off the floor, because they're not. But their offense looked more fluid last night because I felt like other guys looked a lot more comfortable. Aaron Wiggins looked like, you know, he was more comfortable shooting the basketball. He didn't look rushed. Not only him, Isaiah Joe. These guys just looked more comfortable in the offense instead of it being like we got to get the ball to SGA and he's going to bail us out. So, I mean, like I said, they got 10, 11 guys, and they're going to be hard to get out. If they are, they're going to be real trouble.
I have one request, man. I like the potential of this player. I understand he's like a role player in a sense, so maybe they don't need to go too crazy for him. But I would love to see Colin Murray Boyles get more than one shot in this game, because
that might be a good idea. That might be a good idea, Gifted. How about we get him more than one shot?
Just more than one shot. That's all. And he was 1 for 1
defensively.
I don't know.
I do know a Raptors player that took 17 shots to score 15 points. I do know a guy that is routinely glazed to infinity and beyond up here, Chill. And me and Chill, we always say we keep watching and we keep watching, and we don't see what some of you see. I'm sorry.
I mean, he had 7 stocks.
That young man is a mid offensive player. I'm sorry. Well, let me not say mid. Mid for like star standards. He's a mid offensive player.
Other than that,
he was excellent defensively.
Yeah, other than the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Anyone else ever say?
I'm talking about the elephant.
He's talking about the elephant.
No, I have not, Mars.
Is the elephant the only person who's ever said that?
No, I haven't heard anything.
And some other Scotty Barnes fans. Apparently, Mars, you don't know that Scotty Barnes does have a vicious Twitter following.
Oh, he does.
The Raptors fan base.
They don't play about
or vicious.
They're serious.
They don't
that nonsense about Canadians are kind.
Yeah.
God,
no,
hell
you're
no.
You're not on the box score plus minus. Real talk. Yesterday.
Oh man.
Nah. How about you make your shots and like score and stuff? That's kind of what your team needs you to do.
I don't hate that, but shoot, he had 7 stocks. I think 7 is.
Great
I want to rewatch the game, of course, but
he was excellent.
Crazy on defense.
He was.
He on your all defensive team this year, real talk?
Yeah.
He above or below Stephon Castle?
Yeah, he's a better defender than Stephon.
I know one person that's on that all defensive team, and that's Cason Wallace. He first team all defense this year. First team.
Agreed.
Yeah, he'll make first team.
I think he's first team all defense this year.
Shout out Cason.
Yes.
I
think he's a first team all league defender this year.
Speaking of all defense, we're going to jump over to the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Portland Trail Blazers. The Timberwolves outlasted the Blazers by a score of 124 to 121. The Wolves are now 36-23, and as of right now, they just moved past the Lakers, and they are the 5th seed in the West. As for the Blazers, they're still fighting for their lives. As the 9th seed, they're 28-31.
They still a 9th seed, Ron?
Yeah.
You still owe me some money, bet. Yes,
No doubt.
Keep holding on.
It's true, but no doubt. I owe you a little something. Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
The Grizzlies ain't gonna catch them though. So.
I don't think so either.
It's only a matter of time. However, in this game, there were 2 guys that went off for the Timberwolves. Now, before I get to them, I just want to shout out Drew Holiday. He had 22 points, 4 assists. He was the high scorer for the Blazers. Now, for the Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels had a hell of a game, one of the best games of his career, probably. 29 points. He was 12 of 16 from the field, 5 of 6 from 3, 6 rebounds. He had 5 blocks at the half and finished the game with 8 stocks, 5 blocks, and 3 steals. Rudy Gobert had 10 points, 19 rebounds, 2 blocks, and Anthony Edwards had 34 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. He did have 29 at the half and only finished with 34. However, he finished with 34 points. Thoughts on this game?
Ox, I really wish that, I know how you feel about him. If we could have got an injury-free Scoot and continue to develop him, I really wish we could have seen what he was, because I think that this dude is a lead guard, and I do think that he's somebody that you can build your team with. First of all, he's gotten way stronger. I'm looking at him. He's way bigger than what he was when he first came into the league. He looks a lot stronger. That hop is there in terms of him getting to the rim. That bounce is still there. But Ron, you ever have that family member that you can't wait to see him, like, because you know they might not talk that much, but you can't wait to see him? That's how I feel about Jaden McDaniels. I fucking love this kid. He don't really do a lot of talking. It ain't really a lot of action with him, but when he come around, it's just so dope when he's around. I've been raving about this kid. I think he's fantastic. I love his on-ball pressure. The fact that he ends up ripping Kamara in the open floor. He's good for one of those a game, by the way. And you can't rattle him. Like he plays so within himself, and his game has just gotten so much better. He looks more comfortable at the long ball line. He looks more comfortable driving to the rim and finishing around the rim. He's gotten stronger. He's smarter as a defender. If he can just, if the Minnesota Timberwolves can put their defense together consistently, this is the stuff that me and Real Talk have been talking about. They could be in the West Finals or be in the NBA championship. They could be there.
The Jaden McDaniels is so good, bro. Like he is such a complimentary player. And just all the things you just outlined, Chill. One thing I watched in that game, because that was really the game I watched. I had to go back and force myself to watch that Laker foolishness, but because the games were kind of on at the same time. And I don't miss Anthony Edwards games nowadays. And I want them. I wish they had a point guard, man, because the second half of game, just like everything for Ant gets so tough because he has to dribble the ball up the court, and every possession is starting 40 feet away from the basket for him. Like, I wish there was somebody that could handle the ball and like give him the ball in scoring position already instead of having to. Because a lot of times, what ends up happening in the second half, especially in fourth quarter. He's sitting there, they're denying the hell out of him to get the ball in the first place. So he has to work and then come out all the way to the damn near half court to get the ball. Then he does his like little pass and chase action with Rudy Gobert. So
you don't like Rudy at the break? You don't like Rudy at the break?
No, it's not a Rudy problem. It's just it's like damn, like everything looks so tough in the second half of games once like teams adjust. Especially
I'm glad they should trade for James Harden.
That's what I was saying.
They should put the ball in the hands more.
James Harden would have been so good on this team to me, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah. I may have had him as a favorite for real.
I got a question for you guys, though. I got a question for you guys.
Like, here, you can have him.
What up, Damien?
Damien, talk to us.
If Jaden McDaniels had the same usage and offensive sort of opportunities that Julius Randle does, is there a drop off in production?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he isn't the ball handler that Julius Randle is. I don't think he's the driving kick guy that Julius.
Well, I know,
or the playmaker.
Yeah, or the playmaker that Julius Randle is.
On the player that Damien hates.
Found
it.
The seed was planted. I just
Julius
listen.
Randle. No,
this is why you suck, Mars. This is the reason why you suck, Mars. Because
if he got the same opportunity, wouldn't it just be better?
The thing for me is like the thing for me is he's one of the best on-ball defenders in the league, and on any given night he can be the best, right? So defensively, he's unbelievable already. The ball doesn't stick with him. Every time you watch him, it feels like this guy should be taking more shots in the offense. There's no extra dribbling. There's no like fat, as we so to speak. He's very efficient when he gets in rhythm. Like he's very good around the rim. He's athletic as hell. Like when I watch the Timberwolves, I'm always like, if this guy shot the ball like 5-6 more times a game, he's probably giving you damn near 20, 21 a game. But he doesn't. He just feels like, to Chill, to your point, he's not the type of personality that's going to go to Chris Finch and say, hey, I need more shots in the offense. He's sort of okay with just being this two-way plug guy. But for me, he's got a lot of untapped offensive upside. Like if you watch the Timberwolves closely, like he can be that guy.
Ron,
I was told that Jaden McDaniels couldn't operate off of being closed out on by Sengun.
Yeah.
That he couldn't make a play on offense if Alperen Sengun was closing out on him. That's what somebody tried to convince me of that here on the panel. But
and I'm shocked right now with Jaden because like I didn't know he was shooting these splits.
Yeah.
He's 51 career year.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
45 from three and 84 from the free throw line. I had no clue. Like I knew he was.
Yeah.
I knew he looked better. I knew he was shooting better. I ain't nobody was shooting 45% from the three. And how many attempts on about 3.5 attempts? Yeah, he got to shoot more. He just has to.
He's not a high volume 3-point guy. This is no way he is.
Yeah, you're not. I kind of gave up.
He's gonna get to the mid range and do all that stuff.
Yeah. I kind of gave up on his leap. Yeah, like I've been saying this for a year, and again, he's still very young, so maybe it's not fair to say that like I've kind of given up, but I kind of just think he's okay with being the player that he is. And then you'll see every, I would say maybe 2 years, some type of okay jump. I just think he's fine. And like, if that's who he is as a player, it's a damn good player.
Yo,
been in the league for 6 years.
That leap is coming. It's only a matter of time.
It's not crazy.
Julius isn't going to be there forever. Like, to Damian's point, he's going to have to step into those shoes. Once Julius moves on, once they move on from Julius, even Rudy Gobert, when they get into the next iteration of the Wolves, when it's him and Ant there, as long as he stays there, he's going to have to take another step forward as just an overall leader, as a player, and as a scorer. And it's like he's given us signs. We all know he has the size, he has the tools. And on top of that, I just think that he's too good not to take the leap. It's just a matter of him doing it, actually.
If we build
I look at it as like a little bit of the.
A little bit of.
I look at him as a little bit of like Trey Murphy. Like he's not the ball handler Trey Murphy is, but Trey Murphy took a huge leap when he had a lot of usage and they gave the ball to him. I don't necessarily think he can beat Trey Murphy, but I think he's a similar archetype who has a lot of untapped stuff. To Ron's point, the shooting splits are too good for him not to shoot the ball more, man.
I hear you, Ron. I feel like when Gobert's gone, there's gonna be some dark days in Minnesota, man.
It is going to be some dark days in Minnesota.
It's gonna be some dark days in Minnesota.
Rudy Gobert is gone. I mean, I thought he did a good job on Klingon last night, to be honest with you. And I know that, it's Klingon. No, I thought he did a good job in neutralizing Klingon. I ended up going back and watching it today before I got on because I ended up turning it off last night. It was like late in the third, early in the fourth. I think Klingon had like 2 points and 1 rebound. I think Rudy had him on lock last night. But Ron, to your point, if you calling me about guys on my crew, don't ask for Jaden McDaniels because he's not available. He is not. Don't call me about Jaden McDaniels unless it's something that I can't say no to, right? If it's somebody that I can't say no to, don't call me about him.
Is that Giannis for you, Chill? I mean, that's the question, right? Is that Giannis for you?
When that was happening, I said,
well, they didn't want to give up him, to be honest.
Yeah, if I'm Minnesota, you can have everybody else besides and McDaniels.
Yeah, man. Don't call me about Ant, yo. I mean, don't call me about McDaniels. He ain't available. No.
Because he's still like 25. He's still not even
25
like
this year.
Yeah. I'm not. No.
I'm good.
That good of a 3-and-D wing, that young, and he's having a career year right at these kind of age marks that you would like to see him.
True.
Right about to hit his prime. Yeah, no, I'm good on
durable too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
play a lot of minutes. Yes.
I hear that.
I hear that. On to him. Yeah, I'm not handing him over, Ron. No. You don't want to turn me on to him, Ron. You don't want Chill. Because ain't he from up there where you from?
Yeah.
Yeah, he the one Ron turned me over to him. Yeah, he from up there, yo. I wasn't sure about his ability to get buckets, but as time has gone on, he's shown me that he can put the ball on the floor. He's shown me that he's a good 2-dribble pull-up guy. He's shown me that he's a good catch-and-shoot guy. Mars, you had mentioned 3-point volume. What's in today's league when we're talking about volume? Like what's acceptable if you're a starter on a contender? What's acceptable as a wing guy in terms of volume at the long ball line?
Depends on the level of shooter you are.
Sure.
I don't know. It's acceptable. I think what Jaden McDaniels is doing is acceptable. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if someone shoots 3 threes a game, like a team's playoff game plan isn't going to be sell out to him. That's not,
sure.
No, they're going to let him shoot that. Yeah.
That is what it is. So like Jaden McDaniels' percentage is like Damian made the parallel to Trey Murphy, and it's like Trey Murphy's percentages aren't as good as Jaden McDaniels, but everyone knows he's a more dangerous shooter.
Mm-hmm.
And a part of that is because Trey Murphy going to shoot 8, 9, 10 threes a game. Jaden McDaniels
way far out.
Jaden McDaniels just on range. Like Jaden McDaniels, he's not going to shoot that many threes, but that's just not his game. I don't think that doesn't need to be everyone's game. But I wouldn't characterize Jaden McDaniels as a 3-and-D wing.
I agree.
He's just a
utility wing.
If you shoot 3 threes, I'm not calling you a 3-and-D.
I'm not.
That's how you be an average defender, and I'm saying you're a 3-and-D. Like, no, you don't shoot that many threes. You're not a 3-and-D.
But
you're a wing. That's what you are. You're a wing. Yeah, you can make.
You can shoot. You can shoot, but you're not.
Is someone who specializes in shooting threes and playing defense. Jaden McDaniels does not specialize in shooting threes because he doesn't really shoot threes like that. He's just a more well-rounded player than that. That's not even a knock to Jaden McDaniels. I'm praising his game.
Right.
No, yeah.
3-and-D.
Right.
Oh, I'm getting these looks.
The concept for me as far as 3-and-D though is like somebody who, because I think you'll agree on this.
Or can shoot and play defense?
No. It's not a can shoot. It's like how they kind of operate offensively. It's like somebody who's kind of always standing, waiting for creation, and then they'll make something happen off of like a closeout or something. Like he's standing at the 3-point line majority of offensive possession.
Like, but that's literally just NBA spacing. Jared,
you can say, but I guess
that's just wet.
But you do have to honor. You have to honor Jaden McDaniels.
No, I'm not saying Jared Vanderbilt 3-and-D. I'm not saying that. I'm saying modern NBA spacing alignments mean you're gonna have 4 guys spread around the 3-point line, regardless of how good of a shooter they are. So the fact that Jaden McDaniels shoots good percentages and then is spaced out to the 3 is like, then that means everyone.
So Mars, you're saying that something to constitute a 3-and-D wing for you is someone who shoots a lot of threes on a high volume.
It's someone whose offensive game is mainly 3-point shooting, and then is a really good defender. That's a 3-and-D player, not someone who can make threes, but that's not the biggest part of their offensive diet, and then is a really good defender. That's just a 2-way player. Jaden McDaniels is a 2-way player. He's not a 3-and-D. He's a 2-way player to me.
Even if they're, to be honest with you, Mars, I think I could get with this logic. Even if their volume isn't as high as you'd like it to be, because I've seen Jaden McDaniels. He'll shoot 6-7 threes in a game.
Yeah, I think he shot like 5 or 6 yesterday.
Yeah, that's happened more than once. But for the most part, he'll shoot like 3 or 4 in a game. With that being said, I'm not going to say that he's a 3-point shooter and not say that this dude isn't a bucket getter or is a bucket getter when he's giving me 16. But there's nights when I can get 28 or I can get 27 from him. But for the most part, I'm getting like 14 to 16. I can't call him a bucket getter. I can get with that, sure.
I see to be 3-and-D, like you have to be a shooter type where like you're taking high volume and like
he's more of a 2-way player. I think I could get.
I would say more 2-way than 3-and-D. Yeah,
I think he's more of a 2-way player. I would label him as a 2-way.
Like Derek White is like 3-and-D, and like even he can do more because like the ball handling.
Well,
like in terms of like his shot diet, it's like if I'm gonna put it this way, if less than half of your shots are from 3, I'm not calling you a 3-and-D player. Like I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't know.
Which is fair, Mars. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to keep Derek White in Boston. Now take Jaden McDaniels and put him in Boston. That volume of threes, I think that
probably
goes
does
up.
shoot.
They're making him shoot way more threes.
Yeah,
Joe Mazzulla's subbing him out if he gets to that midi that he's doing.
Right.
Like in Minnesota.
I think that volume goes
Your
up.
contract in Boston is shoot at least 4 threes a game in Boston.
And with that, but here's the thing, though, Gifted, with that volume going up, I mean, I think Jaden McDaniels is he's become a respectable long ball shooter, right? So with him being on a unit like the Celtics or a team that gets a lot of threes up, it's not that he can't do that. It's just that he doesn't do it on this particular unit. On this particular unit, that doesn't mean that I can't. Ox, you brought up Norman Powell. I ain't know Norman Powell was a bucket getter like that. Turns out Norman Powell is a bucket getter. He just wasn't like that when he was in Toronto. Like he could give me 16 to 18 a night. Come to find out, he's 25 a night somewhere else.
And that's all you getting too is just that 25.
That's it. You ain't getting 35. You ain't getting 30. Like 25.
No, I'm saying you ain't getting no rebounds. You ain't getting no assists. You ain't getting no you ain't getting no steals.
Blocks.
You just gonna be 25.
All right,
he's just Devin Booker without the green light.
McDaniels shoots the same amount of threes per 100 possessions as Mohamed Gay.
Maybe Mohamed Gay too.
Shout out to
Would
Gay.
that be because of the system, though, Mars? I mean, like if he was somewhere
That's
else.
just his game, man. It's not a problem. Jaden McDaniels is just not a high volume 3-point guy. That's not his game.
Well, you only seen him in Minnesota.
He's
though,
a
Mars.
scorer, not a shooter. No. Jaden McDaniels his whole life, and I'm pretty sure Ron could attest to this.
He's
a scorer. He's not a shooter. He's someone who's gonna create, not like tween, but like he's a mid-range guy, which is why what Penn said about him attacking Şengün was crazy. Like he's a mid-range guy. That's what he does. He's an inside the 3-point line scorer who can shoot the 3, and he's improved to that majorly. Like majorly improved his 3-point shot, and like I'm commending him. I just think his offensive game is too focused on the other areas of his game for where I would call him a 3-and-D. Like you can't be shooting Mohamed Gay volume from 3, and I'm saying you're a 3-and-D player. Like, I'm sorry.
I mean, he's mainly a guy that catches the ball and scores off of closeouts, free throws, and then occasionally
Wendell Carter shoots more threes per possession than Jaden McDaniels. Like, we just gotta be serious about like how 3-and-D. Nah, you're a two-way player. That's it.
All right, y'all. The next game we are gonna jump over to is the Boston Celtics winning their 4th game in a row against the Phoenix Suns in Phoenix. Boston won by a score of 97-81. This wasn't a high-scoring game, but in large part because a lot of the star players weren't there. Obviously, Dylan Brooks is hurt. Obviously, Devin Booker is down. Jaylen Brown didn't play last night, so it was a group of reserves. However, the Celtics pulled it out, got their 4th win in a row. In this game, Derek White had 22 points, shot 11 threes, high volume, 4 for 11. He had 8 rebounds and 8 assists. Also, Sam Hauser had 16 points. Peyton Pritchard didn't have the best game, but the Celtics still won. For the Phoenix Suns,
they haven't been able to score. They haven't been able to score since Devin Booker's been out because Devin Booker's an impactful offensive player. Jalen Green's been trash. There you go.
Dylan Brooks is out of the lineup. Don't leave that out.
I'm so surprised.
Even when Dylan Brooks is there, Dylan. This is the problem when you have when you give guys like Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green freedom. they don't know what to do with that freedom.
Now they know too much what to do with their freedom. Shoot it.
No, but they know what they want to do with freedom. They don't know what's in the best
it's going up.
Like Jalen Green has been just shooting. Dylan Brooks, when he was there, was just shooting. And then everyone else is just trying to fit in where they get in. It's bad.
It was working though, Mars. I mean, I think that they.
It works when Devin Booker's there.
It was. I mean, I think that they were. Like
it works when Devin Booker's there.
Stuck in that.
Boston went on a 50-11 run yesterday, man.
Oh, that's nasty.
The Suns haven't cracked to 90. I want to say in like a minute. Like the Orlando game that went to double overtime. But respectfully, I'm taxing that. Double overtime, you scored 110. They can't score. Like they scored 80. They scored below 80 against Portland. They scored below 100 against the Spurs. And I think they played. I can't remember who they played before that. But it's like 4 straight games where they've been unable to score, and that lines up quite well with Devin Booker not being.
To answer your question, Mars, they scored 94 against the Spurs. They scored 77 against the Blazers. And they scored 81 yesterday against the Celtics. Against the Magic, they scored 113.
Some 04 scoring.
That's
last game Devin Booker played. Yeah, the last game Devin Booker played was that Spurs game. He went out in the first quarter.
Yeah,
and that's when they've been unable to score since. Yeah, they need Devin Booker. Sky Blue guys, the team needs their best player.
Here's the thing, though, Ron. Here's the thing, though, Ron, and this is kind of throwing a monkey wrench in my logic about winning. Like these groups, they winning without their best players. Like that, when I talk about the league MVP, and I'm standing on like winning mattering. Okay, so winning definitely does matter. But when these teams,
you gotta talk about this.
But when these teams,
we're getting close to the point where we start praising.
We are. The reason why, Ron, is because this. I don't know if y'all know this, but Oklahoma City, they've won 7 of the 10 games.
They're actually on that 55 win pace without Shea right now.
I mean, this is kind of.
Wait, you're on the wrong team, wrong agenda.
You're on the wrong team, though. You're on the wrong team. We got to get back to.
Let's get back to the Boston Celtics. I mean, they're winning. They're winning games. Like when Jaylen Brown, even though he plays a lot, but when he doesn't play, they actually do win games. And like last night, they weren't great offensively.
They played against last night.
Okay, they played.
They played against Jalen Green and the Phoenix Bandits.
So what, Ron? What difference does that make who they played against? Right? Sure. I mean, this is still a competent NBA roster. Still, it's just that this Boston Celtic roster is better, and on top of that, the system is better. He clearly got out coached last night. I got some. To be honest with you, I got some really. If I'm looking at what was going on last night, I got some really good minutes from Vooch. Really good minutes from Sam Hauser, right? This kid Cater, I mean, this kid Cater, he's been a glass cleaner for them over the last couple of weeks, and I'm loving that about him because I thought he was going to be a project this year. He's been really good for them in terms of second chance opportunities. I love that about him, but I mean, I feel like this Celtic team, this kind of throwing a monkey wrench in my logic that winning does matter, because it does. But these league MVPs, like all of these guys that's in contention, their teams are winning without them. So,
I mean, that just means they have a good team. But it's especially good in Boston, right? But they won't get the credit they deserve because there's no other all-star on the team or whatnot. So we have to act like Jaylen Brown is over there playing with bums.
It's because the way they win is quiet. It's not
exactly.
Like, when you win because you have a guy who's putting up, and this is not about Jaylen Brown. I'm saying next to Jaylen Brown. When you win because you have a guy who's there next to Jaylen Brown, averaging 25, it's look, Jaylen Brown's playing with another All-Star. But when you win and the guys next to Jaylen Brown are just the guys that are going to fight for every offensive rebound, force turnovers, and play some of the best defense you ever seen, but they score 11 points. Yeah, it's the 29-point per game scorer is carrying the team, and everyone else is just here. But then that guy goes out the lineup, and you realize that second chance points, hellified defense, and guys who are just going to space the floor and shoot threes. That's a formula to win you games in the regular season. Like I don't know. We've had this formula for like the last 3-4 years in the regular season, and people still act perplexed at how this works. Does this work in the playoffs? No. Like in the playoffs, you're going to need someone who can break teams down off the dribble. Absolutely. Like, this is why OKC without Shea in the regular season can absolutely win games. Playoffs, not so much. Boston without Jaylen Brown can absolutely win games. Playoffs, not so much. But in the regular season, it's the most. This is why guys like Real Talk were high on Portland before the season started, because they had that, like, in theory, they had that blueprint. Like, it's not hard to understand that if you're just able to maximize the amount of possessions you can get in the regular season, and you can just play really good defense, you can win a bunch of regular season games. Like, it's not a crazy concept.
Don't leave out, Mars, that the availability of these guys is a huge component to why they are what they are.
Oh, yeah, so Boston been hella healthy.
So Derek White, 55 games. Jaylen Brown, 51 games. Peyton Pritchard, 56 games. Cater, 54 games. Hauser, 54 games. Shireman, 52 games. Gonzalez, 52 games.
They haven't really had any major, obviously, their best players. But everyone else has been healthy like the whole year. Like, they haven't really
these dudes been around, and they've been. It's not that it's not hard to build chemistry with guys when we're around all the time, as opposed to the lineup consistently getting shuffled and it's consistently getting changed. So I think that has and then that moves into the system, what's going on with the Boston Celtics. So my logic of winning matters, which it does. Winning has always mattered, but in this particular situation, like these are some damn good teams. These are some damn good teams that they have.
My only problem is Real Talk is trying to be nasty with this, and he's not putting it into context the teams that they're beating. So I just want to say this: it don't even got to be a back and forth. Real Talk.
That's some bullshit, right?
They played the Denver Nuggets tonight.
Yep.
Jaylen Brown didn't play last night because he had a bruised right knee. If he doesn't play,
probably gonna play tonight. They just strategically rest him.
Okay, he probably will. But if he doesn't play tonight and they win tonight, then come and talk to me. But don't bring it up after they beat the Phoenix Suns with Jaylen Brown leading with Jalen Green leading the band.
Well, no, because this is the thing. Because before last night, they were 5-1, 4-1 without him, whatever. And the teams they beat were kind of weak. I know the Kings were in there, the Wizards were in there. They beat the Raptors. They beat the Raptors, who were good. They lost to the Pacers by.
So they've been on this West Coast road trip, Mars, and this West Coast road trip.
But even when every time someone brings up the fact that they're plus 15 without Jaylen Brown on the court, all of a sudden, contest. So when they win without him, the teams are weak.
Exactly.
When within the games in which Jaylen Brown is playing, but he's on the bench, they're still blowing teams out. At some point, can we just acknowledge his team is good? Like,
they got a good team.
They are good.
That's it.
I was the one who was saying that the Celtics were good the most. I understand.
I mean, Boston right now.
I'm saying, like, once again, this is not a knock on Jaylen Brown, because Jaylen Brown's. This is why, like, impact. In my opinion, impact isn't just how bad is the team when you're not there. In my opinion, like, there's more to it than that. Like, you're not less impactful because your team is good. You're still impacting your team. So Jaylen Brown is still really good. I'm not taking away from him, but what has happened too much this season, not just from up here, in general, the general sphere of things, the minimization of what Boston are doing outside of Jaylen Brown, in my opinion, has been like a very bad misrepresentation of what's been going on. Like, because people didn't expect anything from Boston, my hand is up too. I only had them in like the play-in, so I didn't expect this. They've exceeded my expectations. Because people didn't expect this from Boston, they're not being honest about why what's happening is happening. and they're just attributing all of it to their 30-point per game scorer, which once again is valid that he's getting a lot of the credit. Most of the credit is valid. He's their best player. I'm not, once again, the Derek White people, they lose me. He's their best player. But there's so much more than just him. So much more. And they all deserve their flowers.
Sure.
And that's all I'm trying to make the argument.
You're not second.
I mean, their defense as a whole right now for the last, I think, 2 weeks is the number one defense. It's one thing.
I think they're a top 10 offense and top 10 defense this season.
Yeah, and like how many people would have thought that without Tatum in the lineup? A lot of people probably would not have really believed that. But like it speaks to their system being a regular season powerhouse thing, independent of whoever is on the court. That matters, bro. Like I mean, they just time and time again show why they are a good team because they have a great GM and a great mind to know who fits on the roster. That means everything.
You know how crazy it is?
Bottom line, they're a good team.
You are last in the league in pace, but you're third in the league in field goal attempts.
Yeah,
you know how crazy that is?
That doesn't make sense.
Like they literally don't turn the ball over. Derek White and Peyton Pritchard are able to handle the ball as much as they do, and they don't turn the ball over, so they get shots up every time. Now, part of that is also because their free throw attempts are low, so they're also getting shots up because they're not getting fouled.
Correct.
So I will say part of the numbers are that way, but the overall message is they're getting more opportunities to score than most teams.
They turn you over. They get offensive rebounds.
They're just a good team, man. They're a very good, solid team.
Exactly.
And
you know who does,
and they shoot more threes than damn near everyone. So it's like
exactly,
which means we're still doing what we were doing when we had our best players. We still doing that. Like that has not gone away.
They've just leaned more into like the offensive rebounding part of it, and then Jaylen Brown's unlocked the mid-range game that was missing.
Looking at you right now.
The baseline is so high. The baseline is so high for Boston.
He's licking his lips,
well
ready to hate.
Oh man, Ron is funny, man.
I won't say anything.
Who are you talking about, Ron?
When you have a philosophy like this, the floor for your team is so high. Like you just give yourself a chance in pretty much every game because the way. And people are not going to like it. It's an analytically driven approach. Whether you like it or not, it's an analytically driven approach. And
it is ChatGPT basketball,
The effectiveness has been undeniable.
That sounds awful, but it works.
I know.
It sounds
the effectiveness has been undeniable. So, they get a lot of credit. You're top 5 in the league in 3-point attempts. Once again, you're slowest pace in the league and you're second in the league in 3-point attempts. Like, that's ridiculous. Then you don't turn the ball over. 12 turnovers a game. That's the best mark in the league. Offensive rebounding. You're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the league. The only thing they don't do, because they would rather set their defense instead of press, is they don't force a bunch of turnovers, but they're also just a very disciplined defense. So like they're not even putting you on the line a whole lot, so you can still live with that. And then their rim protection with Cater has been phenomenal. And then Derek White is playing all NBA caliber defense this season, in my opinion. Hugo Gonzalez has been a revelation as a rookie defensively. He's great. Jordan Walsh is a great defender. Like that, it's a really good team. And then really good team. Shout out to them. And Vucevic has been nice for them too. I didn't expect Vucevic to be as good as he's been.
I would not be surprised if Vuce was back on the roster next year. This Vuce looks like he works. No doubt about that. Now, Ron,
Vuce been nice for them. Yeah.
To Mars's point, and I do have to agree with you here, Mars, because the people saw what they saw in terms of the flipping of the roster and the additions that they made in terms of the guys that they ended up having, there was no reason to think that this team was going to be this good. And if they were this good, it was going to be solely because Jaylen Brown is carrying. And I don't think that there's anybody who thought that he could do it to this level.
All NBA Derek White, All NBA Derek White.
Like it could have been a reason where Derek White took.
Here's the difference, though, Ron.
Step forward or was as good as.
And it could have been. Now, do you remember what Derek White looked like when the season started?
I sure do.
When we were talking about Derek White when the season started, like the first month, maybe 2 months of the season,
struggling.
It wasn't looking good, Ron. It was not looking good. But the other stuff was actually looking good with this group, where this looks like a viable team. So, I mean, I do have to give credit to the Boston Celtics in that system. I think Joe Mazzulla wins the Coach of the Year, and I think he wins it going away.
That's my preseason pick.
He will.
I picked him.
I think he wins it going away.
Yeah. I also think that we do have to be honest though. Like this does go back to the Jason Tatum conversation. Like I do want to say his name in this, like a fantastic player, 100%. But this team being the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference without him speaks to he's playing on a really good team, and that's fine to say.
That's been true for years as well. Yeah,
it's been true for years.
Well, anybody that thinks that he wasn't, it was just him. I mean, don't get me wrong. You guys are clueless because they've always been a good team. They've always had everything that's necessary. I mean, I said that the year that they won the NBA championship. Well, what else do they need? They don't need anything else. Everything that's necessary in order to win the NBA championship, you guys have it. Now go out and do it. Everything. It's not.
Yeah, what this really should show you is how good that championship Celtics team was.
Yeah,
imagine like pretty much the same philosophy, give or take. Like the offensive rebounding is definitely
much better talent,
but for the most part,
better
the philosophy is very similar. Now imagine you add a top 7 player on the planet to that, the best mismatch attacking post player in the league to that, maybe the best POA guard in the league to that, and then you have elite backup bigs and depth.
Why are we not winning? Why are we not winning the NBA championship?
Well, I mean, you guys,
Celtics team is one of the best teams we've ever seen.
You guys remember the conversation around the Celtics after they won the championship? It was everybody was saying that they're going to win it again.
That's what
everybody. In fact, I was the outlier that said it.
And then everybody got hurt.
But they were going to lose to the Knicks regardless. But
I think
that's true.
Yeah, I had them against OKC in the finals.
Yeah, but I'm just saying how good they were. Everybody had them.
They just
it was either they're going to the finals.
I mean, they weren't healthy for like a good chunk.
You know,
that's how good they. But even last year, they were a good team last year, and they weren't as good in the regular season. And like Jaylen Brown took a step back in the regular season last year. But like even last year, they won like 60 games. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they were above.
They were still an elite team. Like this is just going to be a team for as long as I think Joe Mazzulla's there. This is a like 50-win floor. Like
he should have job security.
50-win floor.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Joe Mazzulla has been
job security.
I always say I stay away from talking about coaches because you don't really know what they're doing. So I'm gonna just say the coaching staff in Boston,
fair,
might be the best in the league. I don't know, like what I've been watching from them, might be the best in the league.
Probably. So a few things. Number one, like I'll be hearing y'all with the Joe Mazzulla. I think he's gonna be a leading candidate. But respectfully, I still think if Detroit wins 60 plus games, I think JB Bickerstaff is going to have a really good argument to win the Coach of the Year this year. Because nobody was expecting Detroit to be the number 1 seed in the East.
And nobody was expecting Boston to be this good. Real talk, nobody. And not just be the number 2 seed. Real talk. I want to make sure that we clear. Not just be the number 2 seed, but be this good. Like it's not like they stumbled into the number.
Detroit is arguably about to be the best team in the league.
When you watch both teams, who do you think is better coached?
Probably Mazzulla, but I'm saying as far as winning the award, I'm saying JB. I don't agree with Joe Mazzulla is going to be running away if the Detroit Pistons win 60 games.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I just saying anything.
Oh yeah.
Wait, stay right there, real talk. I'm sorry. Keep going, real talk. Keep going.
No, you can go ahead because I was about to say something else. So go ahead and.
When I think about the job that Joe Mazzulla has done, considering what they lost, everything that Mars just ran down, right? Everything that Mars ran down, arguably the best POA defender in the game, one of the best switchable bigs in the game. Who, by the way, when he got on the Celtics, was one of the best post scorers in the game. Statistically, in addition to him, you got one of the best stretch bigs in the game in Al Horford. In addition to Al Horford, we lose our most versatile player in the game. Take all of them dudes off the floor, and now we're replacing them with supplemental guys. And I'm getting everybody who is on contracts, by the way, in Garza, Walsh. What's the Hugo? What is his name? Gonzalez. Hugo Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm.
And Cater, who was a project. I'm getting all of these guys to buy into the system that we're running here. The Detroit Pistons, I feel like what JB Bickerstaff did was he changed the mindset of what they were, which was losing. He changed that. And I'm not going to argue that point, real talk, because we had to get that mindset out of there. But what Joe Mazzulla has done in terms of that roster getting flipped and getting all of those guys like Anthony Simons to buy into what we're doing, and we're winning with these guys. I mean, I think he's done the best coaching job in the game, and I don't think it's close.
No,
I think what deserves more credit too is like the beginning of the season. Detroit, sorry about the wrong team. Boston was actually struggling out the gate a tad bit, and then they picked it up tremendously. Like, I think what doesn't get enough love in these conversations is in-season coaching. Like, okay, did you just automatically we're better than all you guys? No, like they struggled, then they picked it up, and they never looked back right after that. I think that deserves a ton of credit. And once again, when your best player is missing and you have 4 or 5 or 6 guys who are part of your core that leave in one season, like they had to build and I would say develop a chemistry. They did all of that in one season. So I think that's why he'd be the favorite.
Yeah,
Johnson and
I don't have a problem with him winning the award at all. If he wins it, he wins it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with that. But it's really one thing I will say, Ron, chill. It's real funny because what Gifted said just makes me think that these old niggas are so lucky that they got to play when they got to play. Because all of a sudden we have to talk about Tatum because his team is the second seed in the East because he's not playing. When I know a bald-headed bastard.
Oh my God.
I know a bald-headed man that retired and his team was still one of the best teams in the league and even won a round in the playoffs, chill. But nobody was criticizing Michael Jordan. Nobody was running around saying, "Oh my God, what does this really mean about Michael Jordan?"
What we we were saying? You know what we were saying real talk?
Because Michael Jordan never looked like Tatum.
Actually, what we were saying was wait till they get Jordan back. Like
exactly,
imagine
oh my goodness.
Wait till they get Tatum back.
No, it's been a whole bunch of
it's not the same.
It ain't the same. Tatum ain't
crazy
that.
because the Bulls had the second best record in the East that year too. So shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of power.
And didn't they also have a top 3 or 4 MVP candidate on their team as well?
He finished third in league.
That's
right.
He
did.
I'm not gonna lie. All this is cool until you realize there's a comparison between Jordan and Tatum in terms of like play.
It's not even them as players. It's just like
I would argue that's more egregious when the greatest player ever can leave and they're still the 3 seed.
I think that says more about Scotty than anything. Y'all haven't even said his name. Say his name.
We haven't said Scotty.
I mean, yeah. When you look at it, you see the season that like BJ Armstrong was able to have that year, Horace Grant, Tony Kukoc. They had a lot of guys who were able to contribute in meaningful ways, and then they had like some guy who got to take all the credit, despite the fact that it was a team effort.
They had a damn good team.
It was a team effort. It was a team effort every single year,
every single time.
It was a team effort in every single championship they won. So you know,
they were the Golden State Warriors.
Of course, somebody's name is going to get said more than everybody else's name. But we all know that it's a team effort, regardless. Like regardless,
backpacking a bunch of bums. No, he wasn't. They had a good ass team over there. Real good team.
Chill. They repeatedly had the best team in the league. Like, let's not get it twisted. They had the best 3-point shooter. They had the best wing defender. They had the best other defender. They had the best rebounder. They had the best Euro on the team. They had the best everything on the team. And we
had the best Australian. They had the best Australian too. Shout out to Luka.
Best coach.
But the best coach in the league, the best new system. They integrated some spacing, the best everything. But hey, let's just give all the credit. Hey, 6-0, 6-0. Y'all got it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But chill,
undefeated.
You know, because there was somebody that came on Chill with Chill this Saturday that actually said that when Tatum gets back, he should assume the Scottie Pippen role.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, and let Jaylen Brown be Jordan, and he be more of the all around player and distributor. And
he'll
Jaylen
have to
Brown
though. Like he'll have to when
guy.
He's ramping back up. Mm-hmm. He's gonna have to when he's ramping back up. Play like a secondary role for a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm in the chat. I'm not talking about this season. Just when he comes back in year.
Not
next
like
year.
Oh, this thing in general.
Let's say he sat out this entire season,
okay.
and then next year. He should be more of a complimentary player to.
That's some fantastic dope. That's really good.
Yeah, let him be more of a complimentary player to Jaylen Brown. I would love to see that. To be honest with you, I would love to see that. I would love to see Jaylen Brown.
Is Jason Tatum not a better off-ball scorer than
No. I would love to see Jason Tatum now play off of Jaylen Brown. Let Jaylen Brown be he's the better bucket getter, the better distributor. So what Jason Tatum is going to do is Jason Tatum is going to supplement everything that Jaylen Brown doesn't do. I would love to see that. Love it. Let's see it.
Jason Tatum did that before anyway.
He played off of him, but When we're talking about still being like he wouldn't be as much of a bucket getter. Nope, because we're gonna leave that responsibility to Jaylen Brown. He's gonna be our primary bucket getter. So no more of the 30 or the 27 a game from Jason Tatum. Nope, we don't need you to do that no more. We need you to be more of a distributor. We need you to be more of a playmaker, right? We need you to rebound more than what you already do, even though you lead the team in rebounding. Do that more. Be more of a defender. So you're gonna play all the stuff that Jaylen Brown doesn't do. You're gonna do that and let Jaylen Brown be more of the bucket getter. I'm feeling that. All right, let's do it. Let's see it. Let's see it.
I sense just the tad bit of sarcasm.
No.
He wants Jaylen Brown to drown.
I want to see it.
Yeah, that's
he's not drowning right now, though. Chill.
To Ox's point.
Yeah, but that's because Jason Tatum isn't there.
chewing whatever you eating, nigga.
Right.
Don't be coming on the mic mouthful.
They're eating some Funyuns in the back or something.
Because to Ox's point, this was brought to our attention that this is the role, right? This is the role that Jason Tatum should be in, right? This is the role that Jason Tatum should be in. To be honest with you, I would love. I want to see it, and the reason why I would love to see it is because if he played in that role, maybe they would be more successful. Like if Jason Tatum was more of a secondary guy, if he was more of a rebounder, if he was more of a distributor and didn't score as much and left that responsibility to Jaylen Brown and he did all the other stuff more.
All right, chill. Okay.
All right.
Chill. We get
all right.
it. All right.
Well, listen. Shout out to that. Hey, listen. Shout out to that idea.
Right.
I love talking hoops with y'all, but unfortunately, I do have to bounce out. But great conversations. Can't wait to see what the playoffs and when I build to. I'm sick that there wasn't a Charlotte segment because that team is very fun to watch. They're one of the best teams in the league, even though the wins have to catch up. But yeah. Have a good night,
As soon as Diamante came back, blowouts started happening.
That's true.
That's a man who know bull right there. That's a man who know bull.
Later, brother.
Come on.
All right,
you know what's really impactful.
This is a great time, an amazing time in just what's going on with the panel, what's going on in the NBA, and ultimately what we got coming up. Y'all mark your calendars because we have something special on the horizon. The panel will be live in the Moda Center watching the Portland Trail Blazers play against the Los Angeles Clippers. But before we watch this game, we will have a live show. Yes, what you're watching right now, the panel, we will actually be in the Moda Center, in the arena, talking hoops. And you guys have an opportunity to buy a ticket and pull up to our live show. But not just that. Then we'll have a meet and greet. But not just that. When you buy your ticket, that includes a ticket to the Blazers and Clippers game. So we will all go watch the game as a unit. And then after that, we have some things going on after the game that you will see when you buy your tickets. It'll be a whole night. It'll be a whole experience. It'll be a whole extravaganza in Portland, Oregon. You guys book your flights, your trains, your cars, whatever the case is. Make sure you get to Portland April 10th. To watch the Blazers and the Clippers, and more importantly, to watch the panel live. It's going to be an experience you don't want to miss. One night, one arena. Don't miss it. We will see you guys there. Fellas, we got super chats, and we got a good amount. So let's go ahead and see what the people got to say. The first super chat that I have is from, speaking of Portland, DSG Piccolo said, fought hard without our top two scorers. All I can ask for, that's all I can ask for. Chris Murray was great and should have closed the game. Time to shut Shaden down. Ant, great first half, mid second half. J Mac, great game. Effin, you hooped.
He said,
why we shutting?
Shaden broke his fibia or tibia, one of them.
Did he?
Is it Shaden's out for 6 weeks at least.
Shaden Shaw.
He's with a broken shin.
Yeah,
that sounds like a season ender, not just 6 weeks.
Well, I mean,
he got hurt. I forget what it was.
If I'm not mistaken, he broke his fibia.
That's your shin.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Marcel.
I'm just saying, 6 weeks. Am I tripping?
So Shaden Sharp will be out at least 4 weeks. No, it's a calf injury.
No.
Okay.
It's what?
It's a strained calf.
He has a stress reaction in his fibula.
Yes.
So he ain't
4 to 6 week time frame. 4 to 6
weeks. You don't break you don't break your leg and be back.
I knew I wasn't tripping.
No.
I didn't know because I've actually broken my tibula and fibula. So I didn't know it maybe because I broke both. It extended the time, but it was for sure way longer than 6 to 8 weeks that I would.
Well, hold on. You can have a fracture in there, and you know what I'm saying, and be back.
Oh,
like a mini fracture.
Well, look. First of all, I just want
by the way.
In
terms of like a fracture is like when the bone
it's cracked
and when there's a crack in the bone essentially, but it's not like a clean break.
Yeah. That's I was just told last night. You know what I'm saying? Talking to some Portland Trailblazers fans that he had a fracture in his fibula or tibula, one of those. I don't know. I knew he was hurt though.
Thank you.
So what is it? What is it?
It's a stress reaction.
Stress reaction in his fibula is what.
And the timeline is 4 to 6 weeks to look at it
Well,
see where we are.
I said 6 weeks. Then who cares what it is? It's the same timeline.
That's what Joel Embiid just had. He had a stress reaction in his shin. That's why he was out.
All right, the next super chat is from King Musa 21. King Musa said, "I hope y'all are all doing good. I've been going back and forth with some of my boys. Am I crazy for thinking Steph is an elite athlete? Isn't athleticism more than jumping high and being tall/strong?"
One thing I like about modern basketball conversations is like things have become more nuanced. So like we're willing to look beyond the surface of just run fast, jump high for athleticism. Now, unfortunately, I feel you have gone too far when you are willing to call Steph Curry an elite athlete. It's like the people who be like, Luka Doncic, an elite athlete, deceleration. Like it's like,
oh, that shit pissed me off.
I'm all for calling the soft athletic traits part of athleticism. I think those things need to be acknowledged. It's more than just run fast, jump high. I think strength needs to be acknowledged more. Things like balance and agility and deceleration, like all of those things, I think should be factored in. But when it gets you to the conclusion of a Steph Curry, a Luka Doncic is an elite athlete, I think you've gone too far. That's all it is. I think you're on the right lines.
I think it's.
I wouldn't label Steph. I wouldn't label Steph as an elite athlete, but what I would say is he is one of the most conditioned athletes in the world.
I agree,
and that's elite. That's elite though.
That's part of athleticism.
I think that makes you elite.
Yeah, sure.
First of all, I think he is an elite athlete compared to. You know,
I mean,
the world.
Compared to the world.
I think that
99th percentile athlete.
I don't think Luka Doncic is an elite athlete because he can stop.
You know, like or slow down, or pump the brakes. Not necessarily stop, but just pump the brakes.
Yeah, but he can stop, and then he's strong, so you know, and then he's coordinated, so you know.
So Mars, you just
to Damian's point though, the Steph's speed. His ability to just run for 48 minutes of basketball, you know what I mean? Like
I think Steph was a good athlete.
I think he's top tier, and I mean he just because he doesn't jump a lot doesn't mean he can't get up off the ground. You know what I mean? So
relative to the NBA, I'd say Steph was what, like 70th percentile.
I would say
somewhere around
60.
I would say less than that.
I was gonna say 65, but I wanted to. I got called a hater a bit.
That's still better than average.
Because you are.
That's still better. That's still much better than average.
I feel like
it's a lot better.
60 to 70 is fair, right? 60 to 70 is a fair range.
Mars, I would say 30, 40. It's dudes that run like.
You think he's below average?
Do you guys understand the athletes that these guys are?
Okay,
the average. So you think Prime Steph was a below average athlete for the NBA?
Prime Steph, what I will give him his credit for is Steph is faster and quicker than we give him credit for.
Okay, so
he is. However, also when you are 6'3", when you are 6'3", you're typically faster than guys that are 6'6", 7 foot, and all at 6'10". You're supposed to be faster than those guys.
Marcus Smart isn't. So
Marcus Smart is faster than you think he is.
Yeah, but he ain't faster.
Guaranteed he's faster than you think he is. And he's faster than a lot of, like I said, he's faster than a lot of 6'7", 6'8", 6'10" guys.
With that being said, though, Ron, you just mentioned, okay, Steph run fast. He might not jump as high, but I think that Steph is a lot stronger than you give him credit for. I mean, when you talk about a guy in terms of his strength, like Steph Curry is a lot stronger than you give him credit for. To crack the long ball the way that Steph does, that takes an immense amount of balance. That factors into being an athlete. Being able to stay on balance, being able to square your body, being able to not get pushed over. I think that goes into being an elite athlete. Steph Curry, I think that he's elite at that. So I run fast. I might not jump high, but I run fast. I'm ridiculously strong. Not
Ridiculously strong. Chill. Come on.
So first and foremost,
I'm pushing back on the strength in general.
If the reason why I'm not
doesn't
the
he
reason
deadlift
why
the
I'm
most in the Warriors?
What?
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago. They said he deadlifted more than Festus Ezeli.
Not only that, Mars, like to be able to not just run around, because it's not like Steph Curry is just running around. Like he's getting pushed, he's getting hands put on him, and to be able to stay on balance and to be able to shoot the basketball while I'm getting.
I would say he was strong for a point guard. I agree. I wouldn't.
Yes,
he's an underrated athlete. I think in a lot of ways.
Yeah, maybe 70 was a reach. Maybe I was trying to be a bit too gracious, but like. He had really good agility. He did have good speed. He was strong, particularly for a point guard. Dexterity, if you count that as athleticism, and then the endurance is obviously like his one S tier trait, unless you count coordination. So like coordination and endurance are probably his two S tier traits. And then he has a bunch of like
athleticism.
That's why I said it depends how some people count it, some people don't. So I mean, when I say nuance is good, nuance
I think it enhances your.
But I understand like coordination. Like some people count like depth perception as athleticism. I'm not doing that.
That's not.
Yeah, like I'm not doing that.
I can see real good, so that makes me a better.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But like coordination, like I do think that I would put that in the bracket of athleticism.
Because I do know, like,
same reason I would like balance in that.
I know a lot of people that are like, or you've like grown up around like a lot of people that can do like these wildly coordinated things, but they're not like athletes. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I think having an athletic trait doesn't make you an athlete. I think, I don't know. I like you have like strong athletic traits, which I think are the typical ones, like top speeds, strength, vertical. Those are like the loud athletic traits. Then I think you have the quiet athletic traits, which are like, for me, would be coordination, balance, agility, endurance, maybe some other things. But like off the top of my head, like those would be like the quiet athletic traits. And then I don't know, there's probably some other things that are in like body control, maybe like reflexes, like that type of thing. Like that stuff would be like quiet athletic traits. And I think having really good quiet athletic traits, I don't think is enough to just call you an elite athlete.
Yeah.
But I do think you can be a good athlete off the strength of your quiet athletic traits. And I think Steph was probably a good athlete. 70% was me reaching, but like 55, 65 percentile. Yeah,
you had there has to be something said, and I think Damian, I think maybe you being a footballer, I think you could potentially, in Mars, you two, y'all could really speak to like just footwork and being able to get your feet together and run. Like Steph is fast and he runs a lot, but it's pretty hard, like coming from certain angles, like especially specific off of curls. Exactly, coming off of curls and not only stopping but being on balance. Being on balance and being able just to jump.
That also requires a lot of core strength as well.
Core strength, exactly. You have to be strong from knees to shoulders, from knees to belly button. You know what I'm saying? Being that strong from there, being able to stop. And he used to have those ankle issues, you know what I'm saying? So being able to stop, and a big thing about basketball, I mean, my philosophy and what I was taught is landing where you jump, you know what I'm saying, on your jump shot, you know what I'm saying? Not jumping forward, side to side, back, but being able to stop on a dime, running that fast, coming off of curls, and landing where you jump on balance, I think is a big deal. You got to be strong to be able to do that, you know what I'm saying? You got to be above average to be able to do some of the stuff you see Steph do.
I think that's why I said I think he's a little bit of an underrated athlete in terms of what we've spoken about. There's a difference between running fast in a straight line and running fast when you're curling or defense is around you and you have to stop and start and get hit on the way and all these different things. So he's definitely an underrated athlete. I think I want the chat to recognize that we're not talking about him in like a general human sense. We're talking about him in like an NBA sense.
Yeah.
So when you put him next to like
athlete?
Russell Westbrook,
Was he a better
it's a
athlete?
The most
different
athletic
conversation.
player ever. Yeah, the most athletic.
Was he a better athlete than Rondo?
No.
No.
Hell no.
No.
What?
No.
Okay.
If we put Steph against the typical anywhere from 6'2" to so Steph is 6'3",
You
right?
put him against any of the actual athletic point guards, we're gonna say all of them are more athletic.
But
Right.
not even that though, Mars. Like I could just go to Dennis Jenkins. He's not a better athlete than Dennis Jenkins. Not close.
Okay.
Like it's when we go guys 6'4" and below, he's not as good of an athlete as most of those guys.
Was he a
And
better
when I'm saying
athlete
athlete,
than Peyton
like,
Pritchard?
with all respect to coordination and balance and whatnot, come on, guys. We're talking about running, jumping, lateral movement, strength. We're talking about athleticism, guys. Come on.
Was he a better athlete than Dame?
No,
Mm-mm.
chill. Are you kidding me?
No. You're like 3 tiers too high with these names.
Okay.
Way too high.
So like Irv, Damian Lillard, Rondo,
Isaiah Thomas,
Chris Paul,
Is he in the
Isaiah
Kyrie
Thomas.
Irving is still
Kevin-
like
Kevin-
3 tiers
Kevin-
above him, but
Kevin
Kyrie's-
Johnson, get those guys out of here.
Like,
Yeah, that's
What about
way,
Chris
way
Paul?
too high.
Chris
Paul's
Paul
bad.
got him too.
Damn.
All right.
All
I'm
right,
trying
fellas.
to think now. Shit.
All right, well,
John,
Mike
we'll-
Conley.
John Stockton is what you're looking for. Real talk.
Okay. Probably so.
Kareem Miles sent through a super chat. Well, 2-part super chat. Kareem said, 1, shout out Little Bill on YouTube. He said the NBA swapped out loyalty for celebrity clout. Loyalty for celebrity clout for average viewers. They don't care about nuance. They watch the Lakers because they recognize the guy from Fortnite. When star power disappears, the majority of the audience does too. Last finals were the least watched in NBA history, despite featuring a 7-game dogfight with the best team against the underdog.
Do you know what that means, Kareem? That means that you don't care about the underdog. You don't. You couldn't care less about them. So stop saying that you care about Oklahoma City or you care about Indiana. You know who you really care about? You care about the Lakers. You care about the Knicks. You care about the Celtics. Those are the guys that you care about because that's where the stars are. Even though Oklahoma City has got a fantastic player, you don't care about him. You do not.
No, really, chill. What that mean is SGA and Halliburton ain't got no motion.
Hey,
But doesn't that contradict what we
Really
saw at
what
the
that
All-Star
mean.
game when they did historic numbers?
well, that's
Well, the
because
All-Star game is because it had
more stars.
the stars.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, he's saying
Well,
that's why.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, because there are more
Okay.
stars out there.
Mhm.
Speaking of underdog, I finally seen that movie. I know it's an older movie, I guess. The one with Snoop Dogg. That shit's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
But go ahead.
All
Mike, you
right,
seen that for
Teddy-
real? Are you
Teddy
trolling?
Hart, a Hall of Famer, sent through a super chat and said, Ox, so as a Kings fan, how do you feel about C. Weber's passing skills? Then if that's the attribute, if that attribute isn't a big deal for bigs.
Once again, Chris Webber was a hell of a passer, but he was a scorer. He's going to the rack, dunking on you,
Yeah.
pulling up mid range. He was a scorer. Like I said, I've said this so many times. I think every basketball player should be comfortable with the basketball 94 feet. Everywhere on the floor, I think that should be comfortable. And that's even your center should be comfortable with the ball at half court. That doesn't mean he needs to be Kyrie Irving, tween, spin, move, in, out, dribble, step, out, boom, boom. That doesn't mean he needs to do all that. So, yes, I think that even as a big man, you should have the ability to make bounce passes on backdoor cuts, over the top passes right here, skip passes, passing out of doubles. I think you should have the ability to do all of that. But that means when I give you the ball on the block, your big ass better drop, step, and go try to dunk on somebody. That's what I'm saying.
I'm tripping if I think Chris Webber was a better passer than a scorer. Am I tripping?
No, you're not tripping on that.
I think he was a heck of a passer, but
gifted,
Chris Webber was a scorer. He scored the basketball.
He did score. I was just checking temperatures.
All right, we got a $10 super chat from Carmen Bowman, but unfortunately, Carmen, you didn't put no words in the super chat, so we'll just admire the ice skate that you got as your profile picture. Thank you for sending this through. Also, Respect Steph just sent through a super chat and said, what do you guys think about the new playoffs where the 1 seed in the West plays the 8th seed in the East, like conference versus conference? So the the 2 overall best 2 teams meet in the finals.
What?
That's not what that means. That's not what that would mean. That would just
The
mean
problem
you
is
just
that-
cross-match the playoffs, but that doesn't mean the 2 best teams.
That'd be dope, though. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
That's just doing too much. Just go 1 through 16.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna do that, what the hell?
At this point, we just playing around.
Yeah, that's simpler.
All right, we got a super chat from the kid Leaf Dig. Leaf Dig sent through a super chat and said, of course, the Villanova Tangerines are frauds, Ron. Why is this news? You got a midget, a cat, and a bullet head? That shit is over with.
Hey, Leaf, I was tuned in to chilling with Ox, and you was way too hard on my boy Bob. You need to calm down, pipe down, Leaf.
No, he a Nick hater. You know, he a Nick hater, no doubt.
Hates the Knicks.
Yeah, he a Nick hater. He from Brooklyn.
Was bullying Bob on them Knicks, man.
That was beefing on Twitter right now. God damn.
Well,
who beefing?
Is it?
He beefing with Boston fans. He trying to tell them Jason Tatum sucks.
No, who? I said who?
Chill, you better jump on the timeline. Don't allow this.
He beefing
you
with Dan
you gotta go
Greenberg
nip it in the
right
bud
now.
right now so it doesn't spill over to tomorrow's episode.
Swiper beefing with everybody right now.
Yeah, but he's pushing the prop that Jason Tatum sucks, basically. So
when Nikola Jokic,
but he won't say it though. I actually think Jason Tatum's a really good player. I just don't think that he's as good as you guys say he is. And
I'll ask you guys, who played better in the playoffs, Jamal Murray in 23 or Jason Tatum in 24?
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray in 23.
I think Murray played better.
That's what Boston fans are attacking him for. So you guys agree with Swiper. There you go.
I do think
that
doesn't mean
stand with
Jason
Swiper on
Tatum's
PC.
not.
We stand with Swiper.
Hey, PC versus the world.
Jason Tatum was better than Jamal Murray.
Yeah, I'm with Swiper.
Not in 20.
Well, Real Talk is the only one with the Boston fans. So shout out to
Real Talk for the streets. So you know how that is. Either way it goes. Hoops Never Stop said, isn't it up to Brunson to get his team / cat involved at the end of the day? The bigs need the guards to get them the ball.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, they do.
I mean, we can run the offense. Don't get me wrong. I think you can run the offense, but at some point we will deviate from the offense. Yes, we will. Big fella, I'm coming to you. We ain't running that. No, I'm coming to you, big man.
Yeah, but chill. You can't come to me if I'm acting like rookie year Wemby, running around the paint with my hands down.
I just don't think Cat has justified that.
It does go both ways. You're right.
I'll hit you right in the back of the head with the ball. You're gonna get involved in this game. I'm gonna get you involved in this game. You're gonna wake up.
Megat4762 says, shout out to Case and Wallace for getting downhill. Also, feels like Chet is useless offensively without being spoon-fed by his playmakers. He's indecisive.
He's just not a good self-creator. He's in 2019 Pascal Siakam range where his only counter is a spin. So once you cut him off, you know he's gonna spin. And he's not physically imposing enough to be able to hold his driving angles. So that's fried. You can't dislodge people down low, so you can't get deep seals for easy finishes around the rim. Like you can't give it to him on the block and expect him to get to a baby hook or a jump hook. Can't do that. So like he's pretty much relegated to playing the dunker spot, catching lobs, spot up threes, and the occasional closeout, which he can attack their top foot, get to the rim, straight line drive. Like he's just a limited offensive player, and until he fills out his frame, his frame is filled out. Until he gets stronger. Yeah, until he gets stronger, he's gonna have these flaws, but he's still one of the best defenders in the sport.
Yeah,
and he's still gonna be tremendously impactful, particularly in regular season games. Like regular season, he's gonna be an All NBA, All Star caliber guy. In the playoffs, the offense is gonna tailor off to a point where he's just gonna be one of the best defenders, but the offense is gonna be shaky at best. And it's just, are you willing to live with that? I think that's kind of just what he is.
All right, Trey Lett sent through a super chat and said, y'all see Jared Allen still into the Eiffel Tower dunk? My guy acting different now.
Yeah,
we need to not act like Jared Allen didn't have that 40-point game like right before James Harden was on the team. Like Jared Allen, Jared Allen ain't James Harden made, man. Jared Allen one of them ones. That's what he is. He one of them ones. Yeah.
Nah, but for real, Jared Allen. Jared Allen is dope though. I think people forget Jared Allen's actually like cold.
I think he's a good player. Yeah. That's an all-star, by the way. That's an all-star.
Last season, Jared Allen was showing stuff. Jared Allen was dope with the Nets, bro.
It was, but Bron dunked on him that one time.
He shouldn't still be better than Mobley, by the way.
I don't think he is better. I don't think he's better than Mobley.
Sometimes he is.
Flip a coin to me.
Sometimes
he is right now. He is. Yes, he is. Yes,
and you know what? You know what the thing with Jared Allen is? He requires less attention than Evan Mobley. You know what I mean? So it's like,
you know what Evan Mobley is?
I don't want to bash Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley is what you guys try to say that I do with Victor Wembanyama. Hey, he is theory man. He is hypothetical man. He is potential man. We want him to be this guy, and maybe he's
potential. Just for saying he better than Jared Allen.
I don't know. Is he?
You over here calling Victor top five?
I think he's better than Jared Allen, but
I guess.
This year, I would say I don't know if he's been better than Jared Allen, but I think he's a better player than Jared Allen.
I think so too, but think about it like efficiency, right? If I got to give you 10% attention for 50% of production, or I got to give you 45% attention for 60% of the production. Efficiency wise, I'm going with the first option.
And real talk, I didn't say what I said about Wemby. I said what you guys say about Wemby. You say that, hey, you said that
we have the correct opinion, and you have the wrong
be that
opinion.
as it may, and be that as it may. I didn't say
it be that for
was
sure.
right. What I said was Evan Mobley is really that guy, where it's like, yeah, he can be this good theoretically. He should be this good.
I mean, I'm not the biggest Evan Mobley fan myself, but like I do think he's better than Jared Allen. But yeah,
that's because you're
I think he's better overall, but I don't think he's better right now.
A little bit.
I think it's the Jalen Duren versus Karl Anthony Towns argument, and not apple. It's not apples to apples. Could be apples and oranges, but I'm saying you got the big man who does less, but is more effective, as opposed to the guy who's more well-rounded and should be better because he's more skilled and does more things. But
I mean, Mobley is still a better defensive player.
Ron, you're trying to convince the world that Victor Wembanyama's
this has nothing to do with Victor Wembanyama.
You should have brought it up. You went too far.
See, you guys are so triggered. You can't accept that Wemby is who he is. That's
you
the
went
problem.
too far, Ron. You went too far.
He's
a better offensive player than
Cooper Flag is better than Victor Wembanyama. Cooper Flag.
Stand on that. Stand on that.
A hater because your Houston Rockets are going to lose to the San Antonio Spurs for the next 10 years.
10 years is crazy. We're gonna regroup.
My bad. 15 years.
We're gonna regroup.
Who knows if Wemby even last that long?
Both my teams need to get rid of these old niggas. Both of them. That's what both of them need to do. They need to get rid of these old niggas, man. These old niggas staying around, just hurting teams, taking up too much cap space.
Kevin Durant is not hurting y'all. He's absolutely
he did by accelerating the timeline. We had no business trying to compete for a championship this year. No business.
Ox, am I the old
if you guys ain't do that trade, you guys might be in like the 9 seed this year.
And guess what? We actually that's what we needed to get a high draft pick this draft.
If Fred still goes down, Steven Adams goes down.
We would have got a high draft pick.
Jalen Green plays 5 games.
We would have got a high draft pick.
Yeah, it would have been Şengün shooting 28% from the field and Reed Shepherd trying to figure it out. You would have won about 32 games.
Exactly. And then we would have got AJ DeBonta. Yeah.
Do you guys have your pick this year?
I don't know. Do it?
Do it? Ox, I don't know all this stuff about old dudes. Ox, am I the old dude that needs to go? Am I holding up the line?
Oh no.
Absolutely.
You good?
Do I need to get up out of here? Am I the uncle that's been holding?
Chill.
Chill.
Stay put.
You would have gave the pick to OKC. Real talk.
OKC has the pick. Damn.
Hell no.
Oh, so okay.
So in addition to getting the Clippers pick, they're gonna get y'all pick too. Oh my God, the league is gone.
Chill. The reason why
you had to trade for KD then. Damn. That's tough.
Chill. The reason why you need to stick around is because of super chats like this next one. It's not addressed towards you, but you can speak into this. Gregory Kirkland said, "Yo, real talk. Go ahead and put D-Wade top 10. I'll fight off the haters."
I'm surprised you would have went with Jerry West instead of D-Wade when you sent me.
Hey, chill. You saw that? It was that latest movie with Denzel in the Spike Lee film, and he was doing that in the commercial. Yeah, go and fight him off for me, man. Look, I already said I've said this. If D-Wade just had a little bit longer of a prime, he would definitely be in my top 10.
I got your back. I got your back.
Yeah, he was amazing, man.
Yeah, he was nice, man.
I was bugging out when I said that if last year when Minnesota was in the Western Conference Championship last year, and if they would have won the NBA championship, the logic was would that catapult Ant into not just superstardom, but in terms of him being the best player in the league. And I said, rewind the clock back to 2006 when the Heat won the NBA championship. Dwayne Wade was like, "I'm better than all you dudes." And not only am I better than all you dudes, that includes Bryant and Shaq and all them. He was thinking that I'm better than all you dudes. And if I could stay healthy, Jordan, you next. I'm coming for you. That was it. That was the attitude.
D-Wade was better than Ant. D-Wade was better than Ant.
I think so.
Right.
Yeah.
D-Wade by year 2 was the top.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
for sure. Yeah, like D-Wade was up until like 2012 is when the wheels started to fall off a little bit.
Yeah,
and then 2014 was when it was like, okay,
yeah,
it's done.
We did go get some new tires though in 2016, though, didn't we?
We did low key have a little rejuvenation.
Right? It was like, wait a minute, hold on, this dude ain't over.
D-Wade by D-Wade by year 2 up until like 2011 at that point, like that's a top 7 player like the whole time, including like being a top 3 player in my opinion some of those years. And that's with prime LeBron.
We actually had the conversation up here. The year that Derrick Rose won the league MVP, was he top 5 that year?
Oh no, D-Wade was better than Derrick Rose.
Yeah, D-Wade
that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm thinking about 5 players in the game that were better than him, and D-Wade was one of them.
So was Amari.
I ain't doing that. No,
but you be standing on this Amari.
He does.
I respect it. You make sure to bring your guys up.
Amazing, man.
D-Wade suffered from playing next to and against some very, very like all-timers. Like if he missed that little period, he would have been considered. He might be considered right up there, man. But he just happens to play with him.
I don't think I can name 15 players who are better than Dwayne Wade. I don't think. Maybe
just better.
Yeah, I'd have to think. But I don't know
if I could name.
Well, I mean, I know what your stance is when it comes to Steph and KD, unless that's changed. But like,
he better than
D-Wade was special. Yeah, D-Wade was special. I don't know nothing else that can really be said. D-Wade was amazing.
All right, same OG said, "Did we miss Orlando holding Bose to career lows at 3 in the playoffs last year?"
Boston.
Did we miss that?
Lows?
No. They still lost.
Were you trying to like give Orlando some props?
Yeah, that was the series where Orlando ran the strategy of play Jason Tatum 1-on-1.
That was a great idea.
Jason Tatum was front.
Yeah, that was a great
play Jason Tatum 1-on-1. Let's see how that goes. Yeah.
No, we got the personnel to deal with him 1-on-1. Wasn't he averaging like 35 a game against them? Some nonsense like that.
It definitely was after maybe game 1 or something. I don't know. I can't remember explicitly, but he was frying him. I know that.
Yeah.
Ron K2S72 or S7S said, "It's sad Luka is playing with the team that doesn't fit his play style at all, but instead of acknowledging it, Lakers fans blame him."
I am so tired of all of
this. I mean, a team cannot fit your play style. That doesn't mean that you just get to play trash.
Exactly. You don't get to be mediocre for your standards just because the blend of team is like, bro, do y'all understand the standard that was set for Luka Doncic? He was supposed to be after 24 when we got Luka. This was supposed to be a
I would argue your standard was too high.
4 player in the world. That's the standard. You don't get to just be mid because the team doesn't fit.
Well, I mean, he's still a top 4 player.
Yeah, he's definitely top. He's in my top 5. I don't know.
It ain't 5 players in the game better than him. It's not.
Yeah, he's in my top 5. But I do think it's crazy, like the level of gapping that, in my opinion, Shea has done to Luka in the past 18 months.
Significant. It's significant.
18 months. Yeah, it's because they were close once upon a time. Like they were close. Like Luka was better than him, and then they got close, and then Shea is just.
That's Real Talk's point though. When they got Luka, the thinking was like we might have got the best player in the world, but like now, like what is it? 18 months later, there's a clear delta between like him and Shea and him and Jokic. Like that's
crazy because this dude still like he leads the league in scoring. He's still on like he's
Chill, I don't give a damn about none of them PRA numbers that you want to say. When you watch the games, it's not the same, bro. It's not.
Luka doesn't get downhill like he used to get downhill. He doesn't get to the rim like he used to get to the rim. I mean, I was adamant about this. I thought he was the best scorer in the game, but like he doesn't play pick and roll like he used to. Yeah, like this dude talking
that
about,
I don't agree with.
Chill, it's empty stats. Yo, kiss my black ass, not kiss my ass, kiss my black ass. 32 a game ain't empty stats. No, it ain't.
I agree.
No, the hell it ain't. Getting 32 a game is not empty.
I don't
care.
It's not empty. Scoring empty 32.
Ron, who all you got better than Luka?
Not all credit.
Who all you got better than Luka, Ron?
Wemby,
no, it is not.
SGA, Giannis, Jokic. That's
as
it.
far as I'm
5.
going.
Yeah, that's where I'd have him.
That's as far as I'm going.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, we'll get back to Luka because I have a lot of super chats.
Just wait till Embiid get back.
I mean, but we'll get back to Luka. I have a lot of super chats regarding Luka. The next one is from It's Nikoi. Nikoi said, "Is Steph more athletic than Ricky Rubio?"
Yes.
Sure. Yep.
I think so.
Ricky Rubio's a fool.
Yes.
Ricky was frail. That was my problem. Ricky
wasn't Ricky Rubio low-key was like supposed to be what Luka was?
Ricky tricked us.
Like wasn't he an overseas young phenom?
No, from what I know, he was like
he
an
was
overseas like
upstairs.
phenom.
Man,
but he wasn't.
He
wasn't EuroLeague MVP though. But he was just seen as like an
next
overseas
one.
phenom.
Man, get that shit out of here.
Yusuf Oz said Luka was just inefficient last night. He was actually playing good, other than the shots. We are not going to see this team progress until Bron leaves.
I think it's James's fault.
Rubio was taken before Steph. That's crazy.
I mean, it made sense at the time.
All right, we got a couple new members, starting with Arch Burner. Shout out to Arch Burner. We got to see a super chat from Arch 2, not from Arch Burner. However, Arch Burner became a member or re-upped his membership. PB7 also became a YouTube member. Shout out to PB7. Brian, or by any means necessary, 2562 became a YouTube member. Shout out to Brian Means Necessary. KD the GOAT became a YouTube member. Shout out to KD the GOAT. Who else joined up as a YouTube member? We have two more. David SOS or David So Slimy. Shout out David SOS Slimy.
I was about to be out. If Ron would have botched that one, I was gone.
Shout out my man SOS Slimy. Appreciate you for joining up. And another dude who I don't know who he is. You guys might know who he is. Some dude named At the Buzzer Sports became a YouTube member. Shout out to At the Buzzer Sports. Shout out to SOS Slimy. And shout out to everybody else who became members. Salute to y'all. We have another super chat from Okay Buddy 1265 said, "I'm a fan and I hate that Luka is on the Lakers. I wish the fatty would just retire. I don't know a single person who likes watching him play."
There you go.
Yeah, this
it's
is
not a fun one.
Luka's PR. Luka's PR is so fried. Oh my god.
It really isn't a fun watch though.
It's not a fun
every
watch.
possession, every time the whistle blows, he just throws his hands up. It might not even have nothing to do with him.
Dallas, and he was like the darling child. What do you mean? We gonna act like Luka complaining is new?
Him grifting this much? He's always been a grifter.
Yeah, but the production was different in Dallas, though.
It wasn't a fun watch in Dallas.
He complains. Everyone's like, "Oh, Luka complains too much. Oh, the effort on defense. Oh, he won't get back because he's talking to the refs." He was doing this shit when he was averaging 34.99 in Dallas, and everyone was glazing him. And then he went to the finals doing the same shit in the playoffs, and everyone was glazing him. The moment he lost to Boston, doing the same shit he was doing the whole playoff run. Everyone switched up on him. This is crazy.
Like
Mars, he is grifting more right now than he was in Dallas. He's grifting every play.
I'm not talking about the grifting. I'm talking about the complaining.
So I'm saying,
grift or not, he used to complain at the referees. That's what I'm saying.
But he would definitely complain when he griffed and there was no call. So what that means is, if you look at the grifts per possession, right? The grifts per possession. That means that's up. So that means the complaining volume is good. Yes, the complaining volume is up. He's grifting every play. So he's complaining every play. It's like, damn, bro. Get back, bro. God damn.
It's painful.
Like this possession. That's fine.
Dub Ball Out Highlight said, if Chris Middleton gets bought out from the Mavs, where would y'all like to see him go? And Ron, is there a way you can do watch parties again? They was lit. Watch parties, unfortunately.
Bring Chris to Philly, man. We could use Chris, but Chris to Philly.
Chris
anywhere else?
Buckito.
Anywhere that needs a bucket.
Right now, a little Buckito. But I can't talk about Chris Middleton on this platform because y'all just told me he's trash. So I guess okay.
Because they said he wasn't bad in Clay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to cook you in the comment section too on social media.
And I was cooking their ass.
I'm gonna be on it. Clay's PR is
fantastic. I didn't know his PR was this good. Oh my goodness.
No, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, shout out to Clay. Great player as well.
Yeah, and as for watch parties, as of right now, those are on pause. But we're going to bring you something else that's better than watch parties. Something else very special here very soon. We'll have some good streams. You guys just mark your calendars and just wait for that PR to drop. However, Legend is here. 123 said, why is Luka still a top 5 or top 10 or still in top 5 or top 10 combos? You can literally argue there are 10 players better than him, like Jaylen Brown and Jalen Brunson. Clear that bum.
Jalen Brunson is insane. Yeah, no. If I got as pessimistic,
why y'all even entertaining this, yo? Why y'all doing that? Why y'all
if I was as pessimistic as possible on Luka, just based on this season, I think the lowest I could get him is like 7. That's about as low as I could get. I don't think I could get him lower than that. And that's just me trying to hate as much as possible. I don't think I could go there.
Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, I can't.
Maybe 8, but like it's
because after the 4. You can get to like Kawhi.
Yeah, I'll give you Kawhi,
you can
and then it's like
argue like an Ant, I guess.
I guess I like Donovan Mitchell's.
Donovan Mitchell has maybe have a good argument.
Maybe you still think Steph's gravity is like cool. Maybe after that, it's like who am I really listening to? Like,
Jaylen Brown, no?
I guess.
Yeah, I'm not listening to Jaylen.
I'll buy a little Jaylen Brown stock from you, Damian.
You're right.
Ron, you are getting your Bentley repossessed if you keep dealing with Damian. I promise.
Chill, I can't afford that Bentley anyways.
You're gonna be broke. Buy that stock if you want. Damian gonna have your ass sleeping in the shelter. That's what's gonna end up happening. Fucking with Damian.
I know what to sell.
Hell no.
S Smiley 2323 said, why is everyone disregarding OKC's championship contention? Am I missing something?
Yes, you are missing something because nobody is disregarding them. Because we're not standing on the hill going that Oklahoma City is running away with the NBA championship does not mean that we're disregarding it. You fans, boy, I swear. You fans.
Yeah, I'm
fans do be swearing you hating on whoever.
Yeah, if you don't share their opinion, you're a hater. That's what it is.
But even if you do share their opinion, but not with the level of enthusiasm that they want, you still hating.
Yes.
That is what it is. Hey, shout out to you, man.
Give me a break.
By the way,
I'm done
with my Denver gimmick. All
right, Damien. See you, brother.
Merry Christmas.
I'm done with my Denver gimmick. Everybody does know that OKC's about to go back to back, right? We all know that.
That's who I got.
We all know that.
Until further notice.
You're not believing in Jokic's negative 19 net rating in the clutch? You're not believing in it?
I mean, I wasn't believing it when I said it. I just,
nigga, you shut up. You've been talking the whole damn time in the chat. How about that? How about you shut up? How about you stop talking and watch the show? How about that?
You know what,
how about you just be quiet and not say a word?
We'll put him in timeout, chill. That'll make sure that he's.
How about that?
I respect that Buddy shows up every day and he has timed out like 3 times a week, and he's still.
Hey man, that's Buddy Lee, man.
Damn,
that's dedication.
Think about a dude that dedicated. Think about a dude that dedicated every day to come here to talk about me.
I gotta be real. That sounds like dedication and real somebody that's a real supporter of the show. Even though he might not agree with you, he's what I'm saying, he's giving you his opinion. He feels like he doesn't agree, and he, you know what I'm saying, he's paying to be a chatter.
Everything everything that comes out of my mouth is wrong. Everything that I say
to him
is wrong.
I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way, chill. But that's how he feels. You know what I'm saying?
Out of my mouth is wrong. Get that nigga out of here. Okay.
Hey, you got. He's already gone. Chill. I showed him the door. He's watching from the window.
Everything that I say is wrong. I ain't saying that.
Some
things that you disagree with, but everything that come out of my mouth. Nope.
I understand where you coming from, chill. Don't get me wrong, but I do gotta say, Buddy is a top 10 supporter of the channel.
No, he isn't. No, he is not. He doesn't contribute anything to what we're doing.
He does actually.
No, he doesn't.
He's pays to be here.
Yeah.
He comes up.
$2.
He gives his views.
$2. That's it. $2.
I mean, well, everybody's
and we
$2
appreciate
adds up.
everyone who becomes a member.
Everybody's $2 adds up.
What we doing around here? Nothing. He's the dude.
$2 does add up.
He's the season ticket holder that bought season tickets in the 300 section. That's who he is. And he's screaming from up there.
Real talk.
Yeah,
everybody.
Look at
the thing about it is
attendance. He's 82.
Yeah, but Mars, everybody paid their membership with $2 actual. This nigga used 8 quarters, so it just don't really feel the same, you know? That's
oh, hell no, bro. We not doing that. We not doing that. 8 quarters, 200 pennies, you know what I'm saying? 40 nickels. I don't care. Run that. Run that. I accept all
20
currency.
dimes.
I accept all
just
currency.
didn't really fit. It's just like when you score 30, but like you hit 18 free throws.
Yeah, you hit 18.
You know?
Stop hacking. Stop hacking, Ryan.
All right, well, buddy, while you outside watching in,
I can't relate
to wash the window.
Ron, I can't relate to hitting 18 free throws. So,
watch the
window.
window.
You know what I'm saying?
That's about 7 games. Yeah.
Shit. try all season.
We know who we find in the meat and potatoes of the game. We know who we putting on the strike.
All right, fellas. The next super chat is from Ooey Poo 5526. Ooey Poo said, "Do Jokic or Giannis have anything left to prove in the league?"
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes, they do.
Absolutely.
Well, hold on.
Why don't they? How about this?
Well, yeah, I mean, for where we want to put them, you know what I'm saying? I think they definitely have shown they got the talent. They've definitely shown that they are elite. They are absolutely amazing basketball players. But for a greatness conversation, I think they have a little more to do. And it's not so. No, I don't think they have more to prove, but they have more work to do. Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with Wilkes.
Mr. Aki 123 said the Lakers did shake up that team. Kobe wasn't starting when they were losing. They got rid of Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones, put Kobe in the lineup. Championship.
Actually, Kobe was starting when they were losing. Why? Because Rick Fox ended up getting hurt. So yes, that's when he started. That was in right after he made the All-Star team. And he wasn't starting on the group. That's
he made the All-Star team in 98?
98, yeah. And then Rick Fox ended up getting hurt, and then he moved into the starting lineup at the 3 spot. And then him and Eddie Jones. So, yes, he was starting. So, that's just not true. And then they moved off of Eddie Jones the next year and got Glenn Rice and then moved Bryant to the 2-guard spot. So, yes, he was starting.
Yeah. All I know is, though, like, you know, Shaq did have one of the best backcourts in the league. Could win no championships.
They won I think they won 64 games that year in 98 and went to the West Finals.
Kobe don't get no credit for the first 3 trips because Shaq was the Finals MVP. You know, it's cool though.
All right, the next super chat is from Highly Favored. Said, "Love to y'all once again." Shout out to you too, Highly Favored. Tell us about y'all's personal best games ever. What stats did y'all put up?
My freshman year in junior college, I had 32 points on 12 for 14, and I missed 1 free throw that game. I went 8 for 9 from the stripe.
My first game at my JUCO, I scored 28. I hit 7 threes. But also,
that means you made some twos?
I did, yes.
Oh my God.
But I've also had a 40-point AAU game as well. And I hit 10 threes in that game.
Damn. Couldn't hit one All-Star weekend, but
that's a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. When Mars saw me when I got warmed up, you know what I'm saying?
When I got warmed
Hey, but don't worry though. Hey, I've been in the gym. Hey, come DreamCon. I don't know if y'all coming down here for DreamCon. I will be hooping. Come DreamCon.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's it. Well, that's in May, right?
June, I believe. June.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm trying to get there.
So
my favorite game ever was actually senior year of high school. We were about to go to playoffs. So we were playing at Grant High School, and it was their senior night. And I had 23 points and 24 rebounds, but I only got to play 3 quarters. My coach won't let me play in the fourth quarter because I'm like, Coach, I could go
free throw line that game.
Probably. So I had 23 points, so probably like 1 for 6 or some shit like that. I don't know. but I'm saying no. I'm trying to go 30 and 30, and my coach like, nah, we going to the playoffs, bro. Chill. So
yeah. What about you,
I had a
Ron?
couple pretty good games. I had a couple, couple 30 pieces. I think JUCO senior night or sophomore night. I think I had like, I can't remember the exact amount. It was 31, 32, 33, something like that. Probably like 8 rebounds, 7 assists, something like that. I can't remember the exact stat line. It was so long ago.
Yo, Ron, that game when you was at Warner, when y'all was playing Concordia at home,
I was
you were
busy that
choppy. Oh my God. Oh my God, you were choppy.
But that wasn't one of them games where it was like, because we were so stacked, I would only play like 20, 25 minutes a game. I don't know exactly how many I played that game. But like,
oh God.
I never put up a monster stat line in any of those games, so I can't say anything.
But you can't make a layup to win the game, Ron. Get this nigga off the floor. He's killing us.
Why you gotta bring that up?
He's on the court. He's killing us. Get him off the floor. Get Ron off the court. He's killing us.
Our losses went up, and so did my bottom line. Just know that.
Ron is on the take. Y'all heard us. Ron is on the take.
Real talk. His man came to me. They double team me on the block. They give it to Ron. He's wide open. I'm talking about bucket naked.
For game?
For game.
Real talk, that ain't happening.
And you had the nerve to be calling niggas less.
Real talk, that did not happen. That didn't happen.
Hey, real talk.
I'm telling you, that did not
happen.
happen.
Got no room to be talking about nobody, Ron.
Hey, where's the tape?
Where's the
tape? Yeah, ain't no proof.
Right here.
If there ain't no proof, then it
right here. It's right here. This is where the tape at.
We trust in these eyes.
Yes, I believe.
Look straight in the camera.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What?
Let's see if his eyes do this. Y'all remember what this means?
I believe.
Look in the camera.
Yes, man, I believe.
Get the camera off me, man.
All right. The next super chat is from Respect Steph. Respect Steph said, "Watching Luka, Reeves, and Braun and Ayton on defense is pure comedy."
Watching the Lakers period is pure comedy.
It to be honest with you, it is real talk. Yeah. It is.
It still just boggles my mind how we have those 3 players and they don't produce elite offense. I just don't. It doesn't register to me. I don't get it. But
that you know what? That has to be a JJ Redick issue. Now that I think on it,
potentially
has to be a JJ Redick issue.
Shout out Paulo,
this shouldn't be
best
possible.
player on the floor last night. If I would have asked you guys probably last week, y'all would have said Austin Reeves is better than him. Y'all would have said LeBron is better than him. Y'all definitely would have said Luka.
Well, not LeBron, but Austin is still better than Paulo.
What?
Sure.
Hey, see, Austin came out playing very good basketball this season. I like what he did this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling you Sure Talk. Sure. JTech 8770 said, what did you think of the Pacers getting a fine for a player sitting out against Utah because he can't feel his hand, but the league doc says he's medically cleared?
I didn't hear anything about that.
This is getting nasty from the NBA.
Yeah.
Like he slept on it, like how when you sleep like this and you wake up and your hand, you can't feel that shit, and you get to doing this, like, trying to wake it up. It was like one of them, like, because I'm saying if you got
Pacers get a top
paralysis,
3 pick, they'll be fine with the fine. That's what it is.
if you got paralysis, you should probably go to the doctor. I'm just saying,
if you talk to somebody, that's a fact.
If it's numb still while you're at the arena, leave the arena and go to the hospital.
You need to talk to somebody. Something going on here. That's not correct.
Something else that's wrong is the person that sent through this super chat, but shout out to the super chat. Alan L sent through a super chat and said, man, being top consensus 5 since year 2 to barely top 4 to 5 in our prime years is really depressing for some reason. 77 FC, we will be back. Keep believing.
Top 5 player in year 2.
Arguably. I think he was like around the same position he's at now. Best case scenario for you.
2019?
Giannis, that's 2020. That's the bubble.
2020.
Giannis, James Harden, Bron.
Giannis,
James Harden,
Anthony Davis,
Anthony
James.
Davis.
Yep. Leonard.
Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Leonard.
Is that not 5 right there?
Yep.
Paul George.
Leonard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Paul George.
Mm-hmm.
Those 5 are like better than
I thought I'd try it
I
out.
don't know. Maybe I'm the bad guy. Give me Dame in 2020.
Thank you.
I was about to say
Dame too.
Damian Lillard.
Give me
Yes. Nope. I'm definitely taking Damian Lillard.
What was Kyrie at in 2020?
Nah, we ain't there.
He ain't played that year.
No, we ain't
Right.
there.
That's right. Okay, that's right.
Jimmy went to the finals,
Stop.
And Jimmy was better than Luka too.
so Jimmy ain't go to the finals.
Best case scenario for Luka. This is 03, 04, 04, 05.
Kobe.
Okay. This is 03, 24, 25.
This is 2015 year for a son. You know who this is?
Yeah,
2015.
2015. Yeah, you know.
I ain't tripping though, real talk, because you guys, it just works out for you guys. Y'all will get it together. It's going to happen.
And if you don't, then there'll be someone better than Luka to join the team.
Yes, that's exactly what's going to happen. If it's not Luka, then you're going to end up with somebody else that's awesome, and you're going to figure it out.
I'm waiting on the Luka 06 year though.
It's not
Then
happening.
we back. Luka FC, we back. Yeah, we back.
All right, MTL22 sent through a members chat and said, who y'all got in each first round matchup as of today?
We actually were trying to have that conversation.
That's easy. Detroit beat Miami, Boston beat Orlando, the Sixers beat the Knicks, and the Cavs beat the Raptors. And then you got OKC beating the Warriors, the Spurs beat the Suns, the Rockets beat the Lakers, and then the Nuggets Timberwolves. Yeah, that series
round 1.
Yeah, that series is a tie. We just say that series is a tie.
Which, by the way,
can you imagine if the Nuggets go home in the first round?
We'll take it a step further than that. Real talk.
Could I imagine how unbearable you'd be the next day?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I don't think I could.
Oh,
real talk. Will we be able to deal with you? Real talk.
No, not at all.
Especially if it's on the strength of some lackluster defense.
Or if it's
some lackluster performance, yeah.
I was about to say,
Mark, if
it's on the strength of a lackluster performance and a certain two guard gets busy, I got a doctor's appointment that day because I don't.
Me too. I don't think I could be there for that.
I don't think I can handle real talk.
Swiping's not gonna let. Swiping won't let anybody talk.
As long as Swiper and Penner there,
you be peeping that. So what Swipe does is, when he knows it's a day or something or a topic, he finna get cooked and flambéed. He just tries to filibuster the whole segment.
He doesn't want to let anybody talk.
You don't do that. In the points, real talk. No, you don't get to do that.
And the problem is what Ron does is Ron allows Swiper to get the StreamYard code, and Swiper comes up here with the controls and be muting and kicking motherfuckers off the stage. It's like, bro, why are y'all letting Swiper have this unrestricted power?
I'm the reason why Swiper was dominant.
Yes, absolutely.
And I was the reason why Ticket was dominant too.
Yeah, no, Ron, that's not the
same. I mean, I saved y'all from Ticket.
And I'm the reason why Mars runs through the PCL.
No, that
sounds like a pretty damn good point guard to me.
No.
Tough finals.
Run through was accurate. Run through
is crazy.
Fake 7-game series,
Either way, if that happens, I'm not showing up. The Swipe ain't letting nobody get nothing off.
I'll be here early. Me, Swiper, Penn, and Damian will be here early. Sign up in the corner.
Philly beating New York. will be year 3 that the in-season tournament champion. There's the door.
Exactly, it's destined. Exactly.
That's
why Philly's staying at 6 because they know what matchup they want. Exactly, it's destined.
Well, New York, at least y'all got your championship this year. Speaking of New York, Key0898 sent through a members chat and said the Knicks let iHeart go for Cat.
They did that for money reasons.
They did do that.
I mean, are we trying to say
Cat's
like
better than
Cat's,
yeah?
like,
Yeah. What are you trying to get off? Right?
What's going on?
God damn.
H-Town T sent through a members chat. He's been a member for about 33 months. H-Town T said almost 3 years here. Proud to see what y'all done.
We working.
Shout out to you, man. Appreciate it.
H-Town, what it do?
We working.
Yo, T,
Yes,
PC Weekend H-Town coming real soon. We would love to see you.
33 months, a long time.
It is.
Drink More Water sent through a members chat, and he upped H-Town T by 3 months. He's been a member for 36 months.
Or 3
Drink more
years,
water.
Ron. Or 3 years, Ron.
Oh God.
Or 3 years.
How old is your kid? Oh, it's 72 and a half months. Bitch, what the fuck?
He called me 6 years old. What's wrong with that?
You see why I want to box him, Ox, when I see
Just
this?
say
You see
six.
why?
Just reading what's on there. Be mad at you too. Why you mad at me?
He'll be 84 months in January.
Like 3 years.
I kick your ass.
Well, shout out all of H-Town T's 36 months. All of H-Town T's 33 months. And all of Drink More Water's 36 months. Drink More Water said, not the best comp, but the Bucks have quietly gone 7-2 to get back into the play-in race. These next 8 games are going to be huge for the direction of the season. Usman not playing in OKC is wild.
Chill. Does Giannis get back? Does Giannis sub in?
Giannis wouldn't touch the floor again.
The East is wide open. Chill.
No, he wouldn't touch the floor again for me.
It ain't that wide open.
So you got 10 teams if Giannis is playing?
Nah.
You guys don't believe in Giannis with Cam Thomas as his Chris Middleton? You don't believe in that?
No, I don't, Mars.
What you do, Mars?
No, I do not.
She got some standards. I mean, my
Hey,
everybody can't just
Mars,
run
how do you
up
put the
in
hood
there.
over your head? You do this right here? Yeah. That's me when you bring up Cam Thomas and Giannis. That's me right there.
I'm so narcoleptic.
I don't want nothing to do with that. I'm snoring on her. So
all right, I got another members chat from SPSOL, and I don't know who he's talking about in this, but SPS said, "Get this hunchback stretch zest off my team." L. Ron.
That's cat.
Hunchback stretch zest. Why would they call him? I don't. All right.
Yeah, why would he call him any of those? I don't think he fits the bill for none of that.
The only one that I don't think applies is stretch.
Okay. Western 742 sent through a members chat and said, Knicks, the Lakers of the Eastern Conference.
I would say Timberwolves because they're better.
Sale Talks Too Much said, beat the Clips and the Lakers without Franz and Suggs. Ran through LA. Shout out Orlando.
Tell y'all, Orlando might be trending up, man. They might be. They
lost
might
to Jalen Green. So do I care? No.
Suggs got out of Anthony Black's way, and Franz got out of Paulo's way. Hey man, would you looky there? Same OG sent through a members chat and said Orlando style works better in the playoffs.
Does it really?
Playoff ride?
Hell no.
Has Orlando won a series in the playoffs yet?
No.
Yo, we got breaking news, and I don't know what this means. We haven't got a timeline. Cleveland Cavaliers star James Harden sustained a fracture in his right thumb during Tuesday's win over the New York Knicks.
Chill time about to victory lap.
Harden is undergoing further evaluations and treatment.
We go.
Ain't James Harden left-handed?
We go.
Nah, I'm gonna be on it. We don't know how long it's gonna be, so I'm not gonna have crazy takes. Two of the last 2 times James Harden has had legitimate championship level teams have been the only 2 times in his career he's got hurt. I'm just saying.
But James Harden's left-handed, right?
Yes, he is.
He is. Yeah,
okay, he broke a finger in his right hand. If in this February, so cool. Go ahead and sit out. But come April, man.
Yeah, he should.
Bro,
he should be good
get
to
your
go.
ass on the court, bro.
It's not.
I don't
just
care,
any
Ron.
finger. If
I don't
it was
care,
any
Ron.
of these 4 fingers, I would say cool.
Yeah, but
It is
it's
the
still by 2 months from now, you should be good to go. You
Ron,
should
that-
be-
that-
I don't
that-
know. I don't
that
know
thumb-
the severity.
He probably
but
should be good.
You should be.
Bro,
Yeah,
I wouldn't care, bro. If this was the middle of April, if you break your thumb, man, we putting the shit on it. Boom, boom. It's your right hand. We playing ball, bro.
Play with a broken thumb. Yeah, but
Yes,
it's gonna
we're
hinder
playing.
you.
We're
You
playing
can't.
ball. There's no way. That's how come I know the NBA sabotaged Rajon Rondo when he was on the Chicago Bulls and they was about to pop the Boston Celtics.
It was
and
a
they made
broken
him sit
thumb
out.
he had.
He had a broken finger in his left hand. It
That
wasn't a
man
thumb. It
Rajon
was-
Rondo played a game with a torn ACL. I highly doubt a broken finger is keeping him out
Exactly.
there.
They made him sit out. And this the same way Rick Carlisle sabotaged him in Dallas. But we don't got time for Rajon Rondo talk right now.
Hey, y'all know why James Harden broke his thumb, right?
Why?
Throwing money
He had a
money
shake.
in the club.
Nah, he had a shake.
Oh, exactly.
He had a
man.
shake. Broke his thumb.
You pick, yeah, damn, man.
Ooh.
He gotta get his
big ass on the
shape. He gotta
finger.
get his shape. Maybe his fingers stay together.
Hey, chill. Looks like we was right. Last but not least, the next
a
members
matter of
chat that I
time.
got is from Chief Trey. Chief Trey said, "Chill and Ox. Y'all know KD the GOAT."
If we knew that, we'd say that.
If I knew it, I wouldn't say it.
I would say it if I knew that. If I knew that, I'd say it. So
Kareem to go.
Facts.
there you go.
All right, fellas, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been a hell of a time. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. But chat, y'all continue to do what y'all do. Like, comment, subscribe, become a member, and we will see you guys same time tomorrow.
Later.
Peace.
Eat it, haters. Eat it.